They do have a violent language when it comes to like certain things.
It does seem kind of violent.
Yeah.
I just watched Joe Rogan. I think it was
Andrew
Schultz was on there.
Schultz
yeah.
was on there. Yeah, I started watching it today.
Yeah, I didn't watch the whole thing.
I
I probably just watched like maybe 30, 40 minutes. But
We are on the same.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Sometimes it's just too long. But
I'm about to send this to fucking.
yeah, there was a part where he showed Schultz SAI translated what Hitler was saying in some of his speeches.
Oh, nigga, I watched that.
Oh, you watched that part?
I watched that.
I
I
watched
watched
that
that
part.
like a week ago.
Wait, what? Oh, was
I
it
didn't.
a clip?
I saw it pop up before they talked about it.
Oh,
I just
for
watched
real?
it. Yeah, I just watched. Yeah,
damn.
What is it? Because I didn't hear that part.
It's Hitler's speeches translated into English.
Yeah, with
Oh.
AI, using AI.
It's
Using
dumb.
AI.
They
Yeah,
dumb.
and
shit.
it's in
Are they
his
crazy?
voice.
No, I mean, but not
You know,
crazy
like,
in the sense like it's
he
not
was-
as
he was
crazy as
going
you
there, he
thought
was
it was.
going
It
there.
wasn't like we got to get the.
No,
It
no,
was
I mean
just like-
crazy like fucking speech level.
No,
Yeah,
no,
it
you
sounds
see,
like
you
his
see
voice.
why he had the moment that he had.
He-
You see why he was able to start.
He was a
World
good
War II.
orator.
Yeah,
Oh,
Joe
that
Rogan.
nigga-
Yeah,
he was
Joe
going.
Rogan's
He
point was just he just sounded like your average politician.
Yeah, really?
He wasn't
That's it.
saying. Yeah, he
Just
wasn't
an average
saying.
politician? It wasn't
He
that
wasn't
crazy?
saying. Yeah, he wasn't saying like what you'd think he would be saying. Like we got to or whatever. He was
Right.
just saying like vote for me because I'm going to do this and no.
Oh,
Yeah.
once he got in there, it was like it's a wrap.
And
Yeah,
he's just like
yeah.
resonating with his
the people.
with his
With his
country's
base.
fame.
It's
with
like
his-
Trump
yeah.
or something. It's like Trump.
Same
like,
shit.
Fuck.
Yeah, he's
So
just he
that-
going hard.
That'll let you know that if Trump really did decide to, it is very possible for him to just end up doing some like wild shit.
But yeah, the whole point
Anybody,
is just
yeah.
going
Anybody,
in
really.
there, getting in there. You
I'm
have
not
to
trying
get
to
their
target
votes.
Trump with that. I'm just saying that because he's the wildest one. But
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah. We're not saying he'd do the same thing, but it's all about just being a politician, getting those votes, and then once you get in there, then you could kind of.
I saw this tweet today, the one that you put in the notes here.
Oh, is that what this says? The downfall of Andrew Schultz is complete. I'm gonna have to watch that.
Yeah, I'm not.
Who's it by?
That's 41 minutes ago, I guess. It
Yeah,
must be
click-
because of the
Yeah, click that and
like it.
Have you ever met somebody in
Yeah,
our
like
business?
There, I saw some sections of this shit. But,
Podcast cringe.
yeah,
Yeah.
he be going crazy. He does like a lot of comedy reviews.
Oh,
yeah, this Kendrick versus Cole thing you just put in here. I saw this tweet earlier.
What are you talking about?
Oh, I guess it's from Reddit too.
Yeah.
On the chat.
I
on
just
the,
listened to
notes.
the.
Oh yeah.
I just heard the
Sounds
Kendrick
good.
verse just a minute ago. Actually,
oh, for the first
He
time.
just
You just
wait,
heard it?
He just dropped something new, or
it's been out for a few
you
weeks.
talking about the
now.
one
The
with
original.
Talking about
Future?
on like
on
that with Future?
yeah on
The one
Metro
with Fu-
Boomin
Yeah,
album.
yeah.
So have you heard Cole's?
I heard the album was excellent.
But
Talking about
so
Mike-
you've heard Cole's response?
I thought the response was the whole album was like you know I thought it was throughout the album. I thought there were several throughout the album.
No,
No,
it's just
he
the
was
one
he
track.
was
Just
there
the-
were
it's
shots
main-
throughout the album,
Yeah,
but some
but
of
it
those
was
shots they say they
mainly-
weren't for Kendrick.
Yeah, it was
bro.
mainly that last
That
track.
last
though,
record.
that
That
That last
7
track,
minute
Yeah.
5 7 intro. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, yeah.
No, I definitely heard that.
There's
yeah.
shots throughout the album, but some of them were or who Daylight or somebody said there were supposed to be shots for. Some of them was shots for Drake, but they say Daylight says whatever.
Yeah, I
But
feel like
I heard
I feel
that
like
on Joe
Crocodile
Rogan shit.
Tears definitely had some smoke for a couple of artists.
That's the one that they were
Oh,
talking about.
number two.
I listened to that on Joe Budden's
Yeah.
shit. They were talking about
That's
that.
my favorite track on there, like hands down.
I listened to the whole shit, but
Track
the first
seven-
the
track
first one
seven
had
was
me
my
right.
favorite.
Was that P.I.?
I can't remember which one it is. Like I can't remember the name of it, but whatever it is, it's track 7. I was like, oh, I like this one.
I thought it was good.
Well, let's open this up real quick then.
Yeah, that's-
You can count on it. You can count on it. You can count on me. You can count on me too. You can count on it. You can count on it. You can count on me. You can count on me too. You can count on it. You can count on it. You can count on me. You can count on me too. You can count on it. You can count on it. You can count on me. You can count on me too.
Welcome
Welcome,
to the Three Oak Podcast, where even the artists can be fans. AJ the Menace.
Shane and Petty.
and your boy Jeff.
White man's on the boards.
Yeah.
And we back, first and foremost, I mean, it's Dreamville weekend. Currently, as we speak, it's day 2 right now. Shout out to everybody that's in the city. It's pretty much, it's up right now. It Raleigh.
A-Dubs is out
That's
there.
up,
I've been
that's
seeing
up.
her doing her
Yeah,
thing.
so, we're in Raleigh, North Carolina. It's up. We did some of the block party shit. We'll go into more depth of that on Homeroom, of course, which will be tomorrow at 7 o'clock. But yeah, I mean, the biggest news, J. Cole has not performed yet tonight for
10
night
p.m.
2, because tonight is his headlining show.
Yeah, he's
it's
10
his
10 p.m.
headlining.
night, yeah.
So, Nicki Minaj and Cole are the headliners. But long story short, Kendrick did his shot. We talked about that already, like the last 2 weeks. Cole responded with a project called Might Delete Later. It's an EP, 7-minute drill. But we were just talking about it in the pre-show.
Yeah.
Just damn.
Yeah, but let it go. Let it
It's
go.
a couple things littered throughout the whole thing. But tonight, we don't know if more is going to be added on top. You know, it's a high possibility because this is a large stage for tonight. You know,
He could say something.
Yeah, anything can happen. But so what we're going to just cover is obviously the 7-minute drill and just the overall beef and where this is going to go next. And long story short, but what were you were we were kind of just going reviewing the album for now. But you were saying what was talking about one of your favorite tracks?
Yeah.
Sticks and Stones.
Yeah,
Sticks and Stones. Yeah,
Excellent.
I like that.
Very
That's
good
your
track
joint.
also.
Yeah, I like that one.
That's probably my second.
Overall, yeah, the album was good. In terms of like 7-minute drill, maybe we could just get into that as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was okay. Just in terms of like the response, I like lyrically, of course. I mean, you know, it's great,
Right.
Because you know he's J. Cole. You
can
know,
actually
he knows how
play
to
it.
spit. Yeah,
Should we run it first? Or
Yeah.
Just like just a
Yeah,
little refresher.
let's play it.
yeah.
Actually, you could Google it much quicker than I can connect.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, so I was saying lyrically, solid. Beat, instrumental wise, I like the second half more.
Then the first.
Yeah, than the first, because the first kind of just sounds like you just grabbed it off of SoundCloud or something. but that last half is just like, oh, okay, yeah. I wish that was like the whole thing. Lyrically, I mean, did you guys notice like the sort of like, not inconsistencies, but the inaccuracies in what he was saying?
I mean, so yeah, that's the main thing
With
that
the
needs to be-
albums?
Yeah, that's the biggest issue that I
Yeah, that's what everybody's trying to figure
Yeah.
out. I'm just like, wait a minute, what
They're
is he
trying to do the
starting
math.
from?
Yeah, as he said, do the math. They're trying to do the math.
talking
The
about-
second one is
Talking about because he didn't like include Untitled and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
so
four
Section
albums.
80.
Four albums,
Because
12
it
years.
Section
depends.
80, all of those, yeah.
What I'm trying to figure out and what everybody's trying to figure out is like, where is he starting from?
What is he calling number one?
Yes.
So I
Because
was-
there's
Kid.
number two, that makes number two crucial of which one he's saying
because
was
if
him
you
gaslighting.
because anybody saying Good Kid, Mad City was gassed, nigga, you're on drugs.
Yes,
Legit, it's-
but-
it's-
Yeah.
no
But
questions asked.
But I know that he's talking about To Pimp a Butterfly.
He is.
He has to be.
He, is.
Right.
He has to be.
But
He has
then,
to
but
be.
that was
But-
in number two.
But it was not number two. It was technically number three.
Number three,
So
technically.
I was talking to Joe. This is one of Nance's homeboys, which I've told Joe this as well too. Me, Joe, and you, I think we'd have I think there'd be a crazy podcast.
Oh, really?
Just music review. Joe be going in
Really?
depth, nigga.
Oh,
Nah,
shit.
he be going. He
Oh,
be
shit.
cooking, bruh. He be cooking.
I've never
dog.
met Joe, right?
I know you never
No,
met
I
him
never
because
met
I probably met him like 7 times.
Yeah.
Like, and that's one of Nance's homies.
Okay.
But
Damn, shout out to Joe.
yeah, Joe be going crazy. So what Joe told me, he put something else in my mind. He was saying that he could be calling Section 80 the classic or the perfect one because Cole produced the biggest hit off of there, which is High Power.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Cole produced that. So he was saying, long story short, the overall conclusion is no matter what, this whole album ranking shit was just ridiculous, completely.
That's what most people are saying.
But
Like he botched it?
yeah, like
That's what you mean?
like he fucked up
The orders.
just the orders possibly. But the only way that like I can even justify this second album being trash is because on Section 80, I gave you your first hit, which was High Power.
Okay. So, yeah.
But
Your
when he
first
said
shit
your
was classic.
third shit was massive, that's why people are like, it couldn't have been. I mean, Pimp
Is
a
that
Butterfly was
Damn?
massive, but Damn is really massive. Like that's the one that was.
Is that the one that really was massive? For you?
Let me see.
Well,
your first shit
I
was
feel like
classic.
to Pimp a Butterfly was the
Your
one that
last shit
everybody-
was tragic.
Oh, no.
Your second shit put niggas to sleep.
But they
But
gassed.
they gassed it. Your second.
Yeah, and that couldn't have been Good Kid. It
That's
couldn't
what
have
I'm
been.
saying.
It couldn't have been.
Yeah.
So the
it could-
only.
No, it
Your
could have
first
been.
shit-
It
no,
could have been.
But that didn't. Good Kid didn't put nobody to sleep.
Yeah. Who didn't
No,
put to
but
sleep?
we agree that no matter which way we take this ranking,
And they gassed it.
it doesn't make any sense. I'm saying that he didn't lean into this angle, but he could be coming from the perspective of I'm sunning you because you're barking at me right now, but on your first official album, Section 80,
Yeah.
I gave you the beat for your first hit.
Yeah.
So that was when you were the best when I was assisting you.
I mean, I
So
hear
where
that.
is that
When he had a
line?
partner.
Where is that line? That line is
No,
your first
that,
shit. Is
not
no,
there.
that line's not there. I'm saying that's the only way that this possibly justifies him calling Good Kid, Mad City tragic, even though it's not true. He's just going off the simple fact of, he could be going off the simple fact of, nigga, your first album was perfect because I was a part of it and I gave you your first hit.
Could be.
I mean, no.
That was not said. Does it?
Yeah.
Do y'all get what I'm
I
saying?
know exactly what you're
Yeah, I
saying.
follow
I'm
you,
still
but-
trying to
Yeah.
wrap my mind around it
It's not
because
supposed to make sense. I'm just saying.
no.
This is a
But
one
it's-
way he
but
could
see,
be
but I
going.
think
But the
it's
second
a-
line just makes that so out of whack to me because second shit put niggas to sleep, but they gassed it could not by any means be Good Kid, Mad City.
I know
There's
it's
nobody
Pimp
who
a
said that.
Butterfly. I know
There's
he
nobody
means
who
to
said
Pimp a
that.
Butterfly.
He has to mean that.
Yeah.
That's why I was like, there's no way he could be talking about Good Kid. So your theory or whoever theory that it makes sense, but there's just no way that the second one he's talking about is Good Kid. It's
I said
impossible.
that.
So you're
I said
saying,
that, yeah,
so you're
but
saying
I'm just saying.
he's excluding Section 80. Is what you're thinking? Is that like he's saying that's not an album?
He's saying, oh, okay.
Right?
You're saying
or is that was like because that's the first album, right?
High Power. Oh, you're saying Section 80 is the
Section 80 is
second
technically
one.
his first album.
No, the first one.
High
was-
Power was on Section 80? It was on Section
Yeah,
80.
your
That was
first
the
shit.
first
That's
album.
what he means
Yeah.
when he says
That
your
was the
first
first
shit
album.
was classic. That's the
I think
one with
I think
him on it, right?
Right.
The one
It's
he
not
produced the
right
song.
either way. I'm just saying,
Yeah, it
me
is.
as a
It
cocky
is.
nigga trying to shit on you.
I hear what you're saying.
You're
I hear what
only
you're saying.
your first one was classic because I was a part of it. That's it.
I hear what you're saying. I
no,
fucked up.
no matter what, whether we put the second one was tragic or they gassed it, whether we say that about the Pimp a Butterfly or Good Kid, Mad City, it's ridiculously
still
blasphemous.
doesn't make sense.
It's dumb as hell. I'm just saying.
I hear what you're
maybe
saying.
that's how he was trying to sun him. It didn't hit though either.
I heard
don't
you
know.
saying.
Yeah,
I hear what
Nah,
you're saying.
I think. I mean, I know. Like, I think that he just. I think he forgot Section 80.
I think so, too. I think so, too.
because,
Yeah, but that's
because
the most- yeah.
the line in the last half points it out even more when he says 4 albums in 12 years. I'm like,
Yeah.
4? He's released more
I think
than
he's
4
5.
albums
It's been-
in. 6 if you include include
Untitled.
that Untitled.
I don't think he's
The Black
counting
Panther
them
thing.
shits. Like he's only counting Good Kid.
I think he
Pimp a
started from Good
Butterfly,
Kid.
Damn, and fucking
yeah,
Mr.
for sure.
Morale.
Yeah, I think
For
he's-
sure. No, he definitely
That's
is.
the 4 albums.
Yeah, no, he
He has to
definitely
be.
is.
He has to be, man.
Yeah, so that's why I'm saying, man.
Is it-
like,
is it 4 and
He
12?
was like if he had got those albums right, I think it would have hit even harder. But the fact that he got them wrong is kind of like,
It fucks it up.
yeah.
Fucks it up.
Yeah. You know, because I mean, that's how like you wash somebody. You got to at least get the facts straight.
And
right?
on top of that, it's just like it kind of discredits all the other cool shit he was saying. Just, but
I mean, I guess.
that was the moment. That was the bar that pretty much went viral. Like out
yeah.
of this entire verse and this entire song, it was those 4 or 5 bars that went viral. That was
Yeah.
the only thing or the main thing that people were talking about.
Also,
Even
people-
though he
yeah.
was saying other shit in there that was good, it was like that part just fucked it up for the
Yeah.
entire verse.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
the only
Well, it's
piece
crucial.
of information people could like grab onto, you know. And
Yeah.
I think that the bad part is that it seems like the info is off. Like, yeah, the data is off on that one, man. That's all, man.
Yeah,
I
because
agree.
it's just a crucial part. If you're going to like insult somebody's body of work, you got to get their body of work right.
right.
Yeah.
'Cause- okay, so he dropped 4 albums between 2011 and 2017. Okay,
That's what he claims.
he dropped the 5th one on 2022. Kendrick. So
What was the 5th one?
was
the-
Mr. Morale. That was 2022.
Oh, 2022.
Right.
Yeah.
Damn,
So
it
he-
was
so
2
that
years
was the-
ago. Shit.
Right. So that's what. So,
I didn't think it was that long ago.
I know, it's this year.
I thought it was last
So-
year too. Yeah, I definitely thought it was last year.
But so that was okay. So what? Okay, so 2011 to 2017. That's not 12 years. That's what I don't understand.
And then like we said, that's not even including Untitled. Yeah.
Okay, let's say. Oh, that's true. Damn.
Yeah.
You're right.
So that was before.
I did
that
not
was
do
You know what?
between
With the Untitled-
Butterfly and Damn.
Do we classify the Black Panther soundtrack? Did he do the?
I'm gonna
do
drop
we
that
shit.
one. Look,
Do we
I'll,
class-
Oh, shit.
I will willingly drop that one
Or was
because
that?
it was
Or was
because
that
of the soundtrack.
Yeah, because it was like
Yeah,
TV
it was
yeah,
too.
yeah,
It
yeah,
wasn't
soundtrack.
just him.
Yeah.
So yeah, I
That's
just
fine.
I know
Yeah.
they won mad
I
awards
forgot
for.
about that.
They
Sure.
won awards off of it though. But
That was 2018. So,
Yeah.
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 But it is like he didn't. You know, I mean, he didn't disappear. He still technically did something. You know?
Right.
I still think that was light, and I wasn't even caught up on the I wasn't too caught up on the 12 years or whatever. Like, I just thought it was like he's just pretty much stressing like, nigga, you ain't been around pretty much. Like,
Yeah.
like I wasn't caught up on the factuality of that part as much, just because he was just pretty much highlighting you don't even drop enough, or you don't stay current enough over these last 12 years or whatever.
But then we just proved his theory wrong.
His math
if that was what he was thinking. We just said all those albums plus the Black Panther soundtrack.
Right.
Which would make it more relevant.
It's a little weird.
Yeah.
I think it makes me almost think, is he talking about Kendrick? I don't even know. Like the math is so wrong.
But there
you're
is,
right. I'm like,
there's still an argument to say
how'd
he
you do
doesn't
that
drop
wrong?
enough, because even though he may have dropped those albums, Kendrick is the type to drop his album and that's it. You don't see him on many features. You don't see him doing much. It's just not as active.
I feel like he didn't.
And then
do
with
a
Baby
feature.
Keem.
I feel like that was the first.
That was the first time,
He
for
stopped
real.
doing features for a long time, and then
Yeah.
the next time he did, it was like Baby Keem.
Yeah, it was
But
like
how
his
far was
back-to-back
that from
Baby Keem.
Black Panther soundtrack?
2 years, a year.
Black Panther is 2018. When did the Baby Keem thing come out? 2020 or something?
yeah, I think so. Hold on, I don't
Or
know.
something. I don't
So
know.
what? 2 years is that long?
That's
Or
what I'm
too
saying.
long of a stretch?
I don't think he's really ever been.
2021.
2021. Okay, so 3. Yeah. So what? Oh, so he should have put out more projects between Black Panther and in order to stay relevant.
I guess. Look, he got approached for Black Panther soundtrack, so that's a sign of relevance in itself.
Was that Kendrick Lamar or was that TDE? Because it was a
It was
big
like
ass
kinda TDE.
Yeah, because it was a
kinda
big
TDE.
ass collab. So it's like he might have
It
had
was.
more
Like,
song on there, but
No, but what I'm
It might
saying
have
is
been like
like
a-
the big song from Black Panther was a thing.
well,
Was
yeah,
him and
yeah,
SZA,
that's
yeah.
what, yeah.
Yeah.
He
Even
definitely had the
even
leading
my favorite
song
one. My favorite one was
with him and SZA.
no, because that is the Black
That was
Panther
the
one.
big hit,
The one
yeah.
with Future on it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
right.
That did come off
right.
of that album. I
Yeah.
forgot about that. I
Yeah.
forgot that was on the Black Panther.
Yeah, that was my favorite song on the whole thing.
Didn't like that a little bit. Is it?
Damn, what's his
Is that
name?
one?
The other dude that's on TDE. It was like, damn, what is his name?
J-Rock.
J-Rock.
J-Rock,
Yeah, there we go.
yeah.
Yeah, the J-Rock joint.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was my favorite one on that one. But
Yeah, that was a crazy big hit.
I don't know what that song was.
I didn't
You're
even.
right. I definitely know
I
what
completely
song you're
forgot
talking
that was on the Black Panther joint.
about. Right.
yeah.
Because I mean, of course they released it and it just
And it
felt like
wasn't in the movie either.
yeah, it felt like a single when it
Yeah,
came out. You
yeah.
know.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. Like, I know, like, you may not be hung up on it, but let's say if he was talking about you would probably clap back at him and be like, well, first of all, you didn't even get the order of my albums right.
Oh no, yeah. So in terms of like, if this was towards
And
me,
I've been active.
this was towards me, then I would play into all of it.
Yeah.
I was just thinking like, in my brain, the first, like, they're both inaccurately factual, but like only one weighs the most to me. I'm not really pressed off the 12 years, 4 albums thing. The one, the album order ranking,
Sure.
is the worst, the most egregious.
But technically, he did it twice. Like,
Right,
it's
but
like,
I'm
he
really
said
only
4
considering.
here, and then he
I'm
said
only
4
really
later.
only considering one because that second one, in my mind, he was just using that to highlight that he hasn't been hot or relevant, and it's just that's it. I didn't think.
Unless he decides to diss somebody.
Yeah,
Yeah, unless he's
Is what he said, yeah.
When we talking about
but
you,
yeah,
unless
in
we-
Kendrick's response, I mean, he could just do the math for him, pretty much. I mean,
yeah, see,
it just
it's like
leaves
he-
him.
he
It
gave
leaves
him a lot of fuel.
Yeah, he gave him 2 more or 4 more
Yeah,
bars.
yeah,
Just,
it's like, first of
just
all-
like just fixing his shit.
Correct.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
So.
I get what you're
Yeah.
saying.
Yeah, and then you could just play it to this nigga's dumb. Like, you know, and you can just, now I can
That's
just
what I'm
play
saying.
into that. So,
It's like, oh shit, man. Like, he was like so close to like, destroying him.
Now another thing to think about too, I saw this tweet where it was, and I might be able to send it because I'm not on Twitter enough to like a shit ton of tweets, so I should be able to find it quickly. I just gotta figure out what. Long story short, 7-minute drill is actually something he's been doing for a while. It's a drill that he puts himself through when he's writing. So like when they'll do writers camp and stuff like that, I'm about to send it to you right now.
What can he write at 7 minutes type shit?
Yeah, exactly. What can you what can you
what I
write in
figured.
7 minutes?
That's what I figured it was.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's what his producer is talking about. He's been doing that for years. Well, it's actually not his producer. I don't know what this guy's name is. I feel like y'all would definitely know.
Really?
He's like his like day one, the person that you always see Cole with. He's the one like the head of Dreamville, I think.
Okay.
The one that runs almost all the day-to-days. He's the one really running the company type of thing, even
Yeah.
though it's Cole's.
Yeah.
He's doing all the minor
okay.
clerical work and shit like that.
Yeah.
I just can't remember what his name is, man.
Yeah. When you say it, I'm gonna be like, yeah, for sure. But
I'm not, because it's not even in the tweet, so I can't even
uh,
feel like I can read it or nothing like that.
J. Cole does a drill where he has to write a verse in 7 minutes.
and that's what this was essentially, is what you're saying.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
pushing himself to see like, all right, can I get better? You know what I mean? Like he was really doing these drills he was talking about. Like he does these.
The thing he was talking about LA Leakers, right?
Yeah,
Those
like,
7-minute.
Yeah, he
joints.
does these 7-minute drills that he had like Cosby doing and you know, T-minus. Well, he'll just be like, yo, you got 7 minutes. Like, it's basically his way of like breaking out of overthinking. Like, don't even think about it. Start a verse. What we gonna talk about? He'll be like, yo, Cos, write a verse about pizza. I don't know. Like, and then they got 7 minutes and then they put the timer on and then it's like, all right, what you got? And he'll do that with T-minus. Like, all right, you get to pick your 2-3 sounds before you start. Then you got 7 minutes. And it's just to like address
There's a very basketball way of thinking
Exactly.
to that, right? It's
Exactly.
like get your 20 shots in,
Exactly.
you know, and
then he was doing drills where he was like, he got a bunch of freestyles that like over like a Busta beat, Eminem beat that he was just doing like an ODB beat that he was doing to like just sharpen up his pen. And I got to see that and I was like, oh,
Who called?
It was about pushing himself.
Yeah, so it's like, yeah, maybe this is just some like he might 7-minute drills obviously named that.
Yeah.
So maybe he literally just was like, I'm about to just write some quick 7-minute shit and fuck it. Like,
Yeah,
see
well,
what
if
happens.
that's the case, then that was probably a mistake.
yeah, yeah, because it was a rush.
If he had time to write it, then he would have gotten those album orders right.
I don't know
Well,
if it's a mistake
that's-
though. It's kind of
that's the
like
theme of the album.
It's kind of like, bro, this is what I can do in 7 minutes. Like this is just a
Yeah.
7-minute drill.
Make mistakes.
I mean, I
Well-
think that's why the album's called Might Delete Later. It's the
Yeah,
theme of
but
the
it's
album.
like,
rough
7-minute
cuts.
drill. You talking about just the mistake of like the music, like
the
what
mistake of
what
jumping
he-
out there and not having the facts straight.
You talking about that?
Yeah.
I mean, maybe.
I
I
mean,
mean, that is a
like,
mistake.
it's-
But I mean,
if we're playing chess, yes, it's a mistake.
it's a mistake.
Okay, all right, all right. Question though: if let's say he came out and said that he wrote this in 2017, would it make more sense?
I don't think that's the case though.
Wait,
So-
2017, he hadn't even.
Nah, he wouldn't.
J.
have
Cole.
wrote this
I mean, I'm just, because at that point he really had dropped 4 albums.
Yeah, but it wouldn't make sense because
I mean, I don't know.
I think he's talking about steppers when he says your last shit was tragic.
down. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
think
for
so.
sure.
You don't think,
Mr.
I
Morale,
mean,
the
could we
big
talk about
steppers.
Damn?
And I mean, he can also play into it. Like he can play into it, I guess, and just be like, man, them other shits want albums to me. So I mean,
Yeah.
as much as a mistake it is, he
Section
can,
80,
he can
Section 80,
still
even
kind
though
of
I was on it, like, or
because
I
some
produced music.
people would look at Section 80 like a mixtape too. Some
Yeah.
people would,
I think that's what
shit.
the.
You know
I
what
think
I
that's
mean?
what I'm saying. It's a matter of if you if you count that first.
because it
mixtape.
really was his like album. You know what I'm saying? But some people look Section 80 like a mixtape.
Right.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I mean,
thought it was out.
overall, so like when this first came out, I was just excited that he was responding.
Because a lot of people thought he wasn't going to do that.
A lot of people, because it was a time period, we waited a nice minute for everybody. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, we don't have the Drake one yet, but
Yet.
it was still, when did the Future shit came out? About 2 weeks ago, I think.
It's been a couple weeks.
No
2,
more
3,
than
maybe?
no more than three max.
Yeah,
sure.
3 max, but
Yeah.
2-3 weeks, which is shit, an eternity, right? Low
Yeah.
key, like for
Yeah.
us, you know what I mean? It's like
For a turnaround.
Yeah, for a turnaround,
For
and we're
hip-hop, yeah.
we're like, you know, especially with the internet age, we're like,
Where you
we-
at, nigga?
We on some 48-hour shit, low
Yeah.
key, or same week, so it's like 3 weeks. I start getting the thought, man, I don't even know if this nigga's gonna respond for real, you know? And
Yeah.
and so when he did respond, I was just so hyped that he responded
At
because I'm
least he
like,
responded.
oh, we're finally engaging. You know what I'm saying?
That's why I say like, the war
So
has
the
begun.
Yeah, so exactly. So the first couple days, I'm just gassed up off, nigga, it's on and popping. It's cracking.
Yeah.
Nigga. Like, that's just what it is. It is what it is. And then, like, as the days goes on and then you start, like, really, like, hearing the verse more, you hearing other people's opinions, like the people who weren't satisfied mainly.
Right, right,
Because
right.
I was satisfied at first, just like extremely satisfied.
Just off of the
and
project
then,
itself.
so now I'm like listening to some of the other people's satisfaction on the track. And when we replayed it just now at the beginning of the show, I was thinking about Joe. Joe went in on this shit.
damn sure did.
How? Like, what do you mean?
Oh, he hated it.
He hated
the details of it.
Your Joe or Joe
Joe
Budden?
Budden. Joe
Oh,
Budden.
he hated
Joe
it?
Budden. He
Oh,
hated
yeah.
it.
I haven't seen his
He hated.
response.
It's on Twitter.
Yeah.
Okay.
He hated it mainly from like a tonality point and like an aggression point.
Yeah.
Like-
So just now when we listened to it at the beginning of the show, I was listening for that aspect of it.
Yeah.
Just that time. It still doesn't bother me as much as it bothered him, but I do understand
What he's saying.
Because it is aggression. It should be aggression at this point because we've already had our warning shots thrown.
Yeah.
Warning shots have been thrown if we're counting first person shooter.
From there.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So technically you put that first one out, Kendrick responded and
Yeah.
called your name, and then you doing another warning shot.
Yeah.
It's
Okay,
like
okay,
I didn't even think about it from that perspective. I was considering Kendrick's move as the first move.
Yeah, I keep forgetting about the first person
Yeah, so
shooter
I'm
thing.
viewing Kendrick as the first move.
Yeah.
This is Cole's second move. But if you look at it as no, first person shooter is the
You
first
made
move.
the first move.
Nigga, he popped off on you then.
Yeah, so
you
his
know
was a
you
response.
played with him a little bit on first person shooter.
Yeah.
So that's why Kendrick was so god bodied, like aggressive on it. He's like, nigga, you playing with me, so let's get it cracking.
But see, even that I get and I understand that part of it. But my other thought process is so much of that, like that record, is for Drake. Not much of it is really pointed at Cole. So it's like, even though there's shots at Cole, I'm like, to me, I take this warning shot, this new one, 7-minute drill, as just a warning shot, and I didn't expect it to be crazy, and I wouldn't expect it to be that crazy still. If we're gonna say that Cole did his first shot on first person shooter, Kendrick then was like, well, nigga, I got more smoke for Drake than you anyway. And then Cole was like, oh, well, you really trying to come at us, whatever. You trying to come at me now, even though you pointing at him, you don't got to point at me too type shit. Like, I'm going to say something to you and let you know what's really up. Like, it could go down if you're trying to do something.
Yeah.
Now, from a beef aspect, that's trash because nobody gets pushed and pushes back. Like, this is going to be a pushing war.
Yeah.
So I get that accent that, like, if I get pushed, I'm supposed to swing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
true.
I get that. But for what he called it, he said on it, it was a warning track. I think it's a good warning track.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. He left out. It's just like it's
like,
surface level.
Yeah, it's like
still,
if he would have stated that this is like the shot on the record. If he would have been like, I'm shooting at you, nigga, it's up, whatever, blah, 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 and then he did this, I'd have been like, you're not shooting.
Yeah.
If I'm coming in saying it's a warning track, I call it 7-minute drill. I'm known for doing 7-minute drills. Like, I'm gonna be like, all right, okay, that's cool. I'm glad we responded. I'm glad we have engagement. You know what I'm saying? I want to see somebody get their head taken off, but I'm glad we got engagement and you showing you're not afraid of it.
Yeah.
And you know it's a warning and you calling it that. I'm cool with that for now.
So basically what happened was J. Cole and Drake, they walked past Kendrick. J. Cole said some slick shit. Kendrick pushed both of them from behind. Drake got shook and stood behind J. Cole. J. Cole turned around and said, don't make me do this. I like you. I don't want to do this, but if I have to, I will.
Yeah,
You know what I
That's
can
what it
do.
was. Yeah,
And that's where we are right now.
That's where we are right
So
now.
now it's
That's where we are.
up to Kendrick to like, are you gonna punch? Like, or you?
No, I kind of like I like
that.
the push.
And Drake is
But
like,
the push sound, it needs to sound a little bit more aggressive. He almost smacked him
in the back of the
both-
head or something.
Yeah, like he sunned the shit out of them.
Yeah.
Like he smacked both of them with one swoop. It was like, watch your fucking mouth when you talk to me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Like, what did you say?
Yeah.
And he gave me this like
because
you know,
that was Kendrick's aggression. Kendrick's aggression was the nigga swung. Both of them swung at him.
Yeah.
Right.
Because that's the one thing that even if, you know.
Or Drake swung at him and he was like, I'll beat both of you niggas up just because you're standing.
Right.
He
Yeah.
didn't move that up.
Yeah. But that's what it's like. Just leave it. So no matter how you feel about like Kendrick, maybe the delivery and all that stuff, it was aggression.
Yeah.
it was
aggression.
way more
for
aggressive.
Oh, it's way
for
more
sure.
aggressive.
For
Yeah,
sure, it was
yeah,
way
yeah.
more aggressive.
And-
From the jump too.
Yeah.
But it makes sense when that's when a nigga wants you got shots, nigga, what's cracking?
Yeah.
And then you respond back with the, but yeah, I sent you the Joe joint. Not
Oh, you did?
yeah, I sent you the Joe
Oh,
joint.
10-4.
But yeah, so yeah, that if
He's
we
like,
look,
he doesn't want to do this.
yeah, if I look at this again, it's like Cole's on some I turn the other cheek shit right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the only thing about Cole shit that I don't like is him calling him his brother like twice. I was like, all right.
But that's
calling Kendrick his brother.
Yeah.
But
I
that
was
just
like,
lets you know that he doesn't want to do this.
Right, which is cool. But
I don't want to
My
fight you,
brother.
bro.
Us
Yeah.
black men shouldn't be beefing.
Yeah, I don't want to.
But I do like his standpoint of like recognizing he's the best and like going in on it from
But
there.
that's the MC.
I feel like that was his
MCs
only
need
point.
to do that.
That's what I
That's
like.
what my
Standard
issue
MC.
was. Is like his only point in my eyes was just relevancy. He
Yeah.
was just like you said. He's like, I don't want to
Yeah,
fight
yeah,
you,
yeah.
bro, but you're just not relevant. I
Pretty
don't
much,
want to
yeah.
fight you. You're just not
and he
relevant.
not only did he say you're not just you're not relevant. He said I'm also just better than you, especially.
Yeah.
at
Oh
this
yeah,
point.
Right.
he definitely
And you
said
fell
that.
off.
Yeah,
but
he
it was
said,
it was
you
just
fell off and I'm in my
baseline.
prime.
I'm better than you, right? Yeah. And I think they're like you said. That's warning shot territory stuff. You know.
Oh shit, my fault. I was off
Look at
screen.
his face.
Nigga, I'll bring your bitch over here. He stole the fucking bitch. He stole the fucking none of this. That's a fact. Yeah, no, you right. You right. I remember. And what are they doing, Ice? No, this is not okay. Call Royce. Hell no. Call a killer.
Talk about it.
You just too nice. The tone, right?
I'm with you.
Speaking of Royce, plenty of times I laid or wrote what I thought was an amazing verse and went in the booth and laid it, and it was still an amazing verse. And Royce would say through the little thingamajig, yo, your voice, just do it again. Watch the tone. And I would do it and act like I was alive in the booth, and it would sound like a whole different verse. That's my issue with this fucking narcoleptic sounding shit.
Let me ask you a question.
That is my issue. This sound like Ish. If I was actively looking to cop.
Sound like Ish.
Yeah. Sound like that's your pod voice.
Yeah.
This sound like if I was actively trying to cop fentanyl, this is what I would put on.
Let me ask you a question. What have we heard Cole not
in his
sound
living
like
room in the
Mad
dark?
verses, mad features.
In the dark.
I'm talking about when he go aggressive, scream like what he's talking about.
Well, not screaming. I don't want to hear him
screaming,
screaming.
but I'm just saying.
I want to hear him
There's
sound
a range of
alive.
tonality that doesn't have to be
Yes. Talk
about it,
yelling.
Yes.
It could just be stern.
I'm serious.
Yeah,
I'm serious.
it's like your father talking to you.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Like,
And you picking beats where like that
man, don't give me
7 minute.
father.
No, I like that. I like the. I
like that
the-
beat?
The 7 minute drill beat.
Yeah.
Yes.
I like the second half. I don't like the first.
Yeah, the second half is cool. That first half is.
The first
What are you
half
doing,
is
bro?
giving me Lotto. The first half, to your earlier point, sounds like he was having a lot of fun on that tour with Drake.
True.
That first half sound like it would be a hit if he sounded alive and then Drake came on right after. Double team,
that
into
actually
you.
would be crazy.
It's the end of you. Oh, and now an energy flip from fucking, what's his name?
Conductor.
Conductor. Now an energy flip from Conductor. What is that first beat a flip of? It's giving me Murder Was the Case.
Maybe. I don't know. You have to play it. You have to play it.
Well, yeah, we didn't play it. What the
here
fuck
now.
am I
We
talking
at this
for?
point. We got it.
I don't want to talk.
I don't want to.
So yeah, like
Okay.
when that second time I was listening for the tonality part, and I guess but I don't know. For me, it's the tonality part doesn't bother me still as much.
Yeah, that didn't
just
really-
because. But I mean, I definitely only. But if it. The only thing that bothers me, I get it though. Like
It makes
this
sense.
nigga was just yelling at you, bro.
Yeah, but I think where he was trying to come from was this light work. I don't need to go hard on you right now. But don't come across that way. And I can see what Joe is saying. The only reason, again, like one of my biggest points with this is just everybody's saying that Kendrick like went crazy and slapped him and did all this. I'm like, I don't know if Kendrick really did all that. Like he did
The
aggressively
energy-
tone wise. The
yeah.
energy was that.
The bars were not.
but
bad.
the bars
Yeah,
weren't
yeah.
like
They weren't that.
They
bad.
weren't
average.
punches. That's why it's like
They were
to
really
your,
average.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Kendrick
saying?
didn't ether him.
So it's
I'm
like
the best.
to
That's
your
what he said.
analogy where it's like they walk past in the hallway and shit like that. It's like, yeah, he might have pushed him, but also I just see like an aggressive nigga in somebody's face, like screaming, like shoulder to shoulder, like, you want some nigga? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that type of shit is what I
so
see.
Instead of pushing him,
It's-
he
you know what I'm saying?
just
Like,
what?
You like just shoulder to
Nigga.
shoulder, you know what I'm saying? Like that's what I see.
Underneath one of those tweets, it was Lakeith Stanfield and that other nigga. You know when they were like G checking each other in the courtyard, but only giving each other compliments.
Oh,
Literally, that's literally that was viral too. I don't know if it was on that thread, but it was on one of the threads. Y'all know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I think so.
Well, sorry to bother you.
Yeah, I don't even know where the fuck it's from. Yeah, it's sorry to bother you.
I think
Okay.
it's sorry to bother you.
There's a scene where they like aggressively compliment each
He
other.
was like, "You smell good. I get free." No, it's on me. It's on. I hope you have a stupendous day, brother.
Yeah. Because they were being like they were so aggressive towards each other,
Yeah,
but
it wasn't that one. It was on some other shit that I saw. But yeah,
that
that's-
is funny. That is funny.
Yeah. So honestly, tonight, and it's kind of good that Cole dropped this on Friday
Yeah.
because that gave him 2 more days to have something for tonight. So
Yeah.
we might have a new moment tonight. Like we might get the real diss track. He might get, if this was his warm up,
He might do it
he
live.
heard the feedback. And he's like, okay, I might have just killed this nigga on stage. Like,
I don't know,
I'm gonna
because-
drop the song.
I don't know.
And just hit him again immediately right now.
I think if anything, he might have Drake do his diss. That'd be hard.
They say Drake is gonna be here tonight.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh,
Drake
yeah.
pulls up. It's
They
like
say Drake is gonna be here tonight.
Yeah,
Last
Drake-
year, it was a lot of special guests.
It
Now,
was.
is this wishful thinking? This is what you hope happens,
Yeah,
not what
it's
you
in
think
my mind.
what's actually going to happen.
In my mind, yeah, I still want Cole to win. So yeah,
Yeah.
I'm gonna lay out all the points. I'm gonna lay out all the things
Like,
I think he
please
should
drop
do
another thing.
that could help him win.
Okay.
That's where I'm coming from.
Because, I mean, if he
I don't
drops-
care who wins.
Yeah.
If Kendrick,
I mean, I love both of them.
Yeah,
But-
like if Kendrick wins. It's just what
Right,
it is.
right,
but
right.
Let the best man win. but-
because of what 7-minute drill lacked, and it's like what's happening.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, I need you to, your
bring
foundation is a little, it's rocky. Like,
Yeah,
a nigga can come and just drop a bomb on that shit, but you can solid up your foundation a little bit before the battle really starts, possibly.
Yeah.
And it's just doing anything on a big night like this. It's always going to have a different impact.
For sure.
It's just overall strategy, capitalizing on the moment.
Yep.
He capitalized it by dropping a whole project on Friday, but like tonight, live, previewing a new song, a full ass diss record at Dreamville in front of 50,000 people, it being broadcast on Amazon to a couple million at one time.
And
It's
then,
like,
and then dropping that bitch at midnight.
yeah,
go,
and
go
then-
listen
and
to it
then
after this.
Right after the song comes out, it goes available on the streaming services. Just that moment and that momentum wave could really help him.
Oh yeah,
For sure.
And because even though rap beef is nowadays, it's not just about who's lyrically better anymore. Even when we're dealing with two of the niggas who we know are the best,
No
it's
one's
like,
arguing that either of them are bad.
there's
Yeah, that's true.
certain things now in 2024 that you can use to your advantage just to
media-wise.
actually beat somebody.
Yeah.
And
Sure.
social media wise, whether you have mid bars or not,
Right.
it's like just the power of capturing, seizing a moment.
Yeah.
In the whole back-to-back thing, a lot of that happened, I think it was right before OVO Fest. So like Drake dropped Charged Up, then he dropped back-to-back within 4 days. And then like within a week, the OVO Fest was there. And all the memes and all the disses and the funny shit that people were tweeting and shit like that, he had that going on the mega screen behind him while he's performing the whole time. So it's like, it's just like all
a breakdown,
He
like-
just keeps giving niggas these moments that are just,
sure.
even if you drop the track, even if you try to drop a track within it, the noise might be able to wash out how good your diss track Back to Me was.
Yeah, see, now, Drake is that petty. The
He-
question
yes,
is,
yes.
is Joe Cole,
Joe Cole.
is J. Cole, does he have that in him?
He definitely takes himself a bit more seriously.
I don't know.
That's the question.
We have to
Because,
see it.
yeah.
We have
Yeah,
to see
I mean,
it.
we had our chance to see it,
Yeah.
and we kind of barely did.
Yeah.
We saw,
What do you mean?
How out of the fight do you think he
that
is
type
already?
of like I will destroy you.
Oh, the
that was
response?
his moment to
Yeah.
destroy Kendrick, like destroy him.
Yeah,
He
right,
definitely held
yeah.
the punch. He definitely held the punch.
Oh,
Yeah,
Yeah,
pulling
yeah.
punches
He's
and shit.
still in the ring. you know.
Yeah,
But-
so like in your mind, because I know you're in your mind, you're like, you were supposed to destroy this nigga, period. I don't give a fuck what excuses we make. You were supposed to catch a body on that track.
if this is what's gonna happen,
If this is
Kendrick
what you
comes
wanted
at
to
you,
do,
then it's
yeah.
like, okay, well, let's.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't even know if he was even going to respond. I thought he was just gonna let
Let
this
it
shit
go.
blow
Just
over or
ignore it.
whatever.
Yeah.
Like, and I was hearing chatter of that's J. Cole. He's just gonna do that. But
Yeah.
to me, I'm like, yeah. Well, if you come back, at least get the facts straight.
right.
Yeah, like
So
that's a crucial.
So he's not out the fight completely,
No,
but
no.
he might have.
Look, nobody has killed anybody yet.
No,
Exactly.
right,
That's kind of
right.
where I'm coming from too.
Yeah.
We're still
No, I
sparring.
agree.
Yeah.
We're still
Like-
sparring.
It's like they're both waiting for the other one to cross the line.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no lines have really
No
been
lines have been
crossed.
crossed.
I think
Yeah.
Cole just stepped on the line. He ain't crossed
Yeah.
it just now. He just
Yeah.
stepped on it and said
I can cross it.
Kendrick's delivery he stepped on the line. He went over the line.
Did he?
delivery
Because
wise,
all
but he
said-
did that toward Drake though, right? Sorry, go ahead.
Oh no, I say but in essence, like all Kendrick said was just what any rapper says was just I'm
Well,
the best.
I'm just talking about the level of aggression.
Okay.
Just
He said
the
that- he
delivery.
said that
Kendrick had way more
just
aggression
the,
for sure.
just the delivery part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we're kind of just like, well, are you going to take that?
Yeah.
Prove him wrong, basically.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. So tonight, well, like we said, Drake is petty enough for that.
Yeah.
I don't know if Cole is, but I genuinely believe that if Drake does come out tonight, Drake can't then drop a. In my mind, there's no way they can come together and collectively diss Kendrick Lamar without looking lame as fuck.
Yeah, no.
Like I can't see them if he say Drake is the surprise guest tonight, and then he comes out and they drop some diss record towards Kendrick Lamar on stage and they capitalize off that moment, it's gonna look corny because now Kendrick could just say, "Nigga, y'all had a team." Like anytime you team up with the nigga, like when you're going at the two niggas. Any team up is gonna look so lame, and it's gonna be so easy for Kendrick
in that context
to solidify himself above them. Yeah, it'd be like, first of all, like nigga, you dropped some mid, and then you went and ran and got Drake, nigga, and tried to jump me. Nigga, I mean, y'all pussy. You know what I'm saying? Like,
the funny thing is, I agree with you, but at the same time, Kendrick, he teamed up with Future.
Oh, that's true. But yeah,
so like, I agree with you, but he teamed up with Future to do that. Like he didn't do that on his own record. He didn't. Cole was the only one who stepped out on his own and said, "Hey, I'm willing to war if you want war." Yeah. Kendrick decided to jump on. He said, "Oh, you sent me a record. Oh, it sounds like you're shooting at the nigga I hate. Oh, perfect. I've been had bars for him. Let's hop on this." Like, so
it is kind of a 2-on-2. And then I think I saw Joe talking about Future keeps getting left out of this conversation. When he shouldn't be left out of this conversation.
He shouldn't be at all. He shouldn't be.
Because he is a factor.
He's the only factor, low-key.
If he wants to go there, he could take it there with niggas for real. Yeah. And lyrically, lyrically, he can get busy, but it's like his lyrical get busy also creates a hit, which is always a problem for niggas. Like, just making a hit record in the midst of beef is just...
Yeah, that is dangerous.
It's bad, bro. It's like, even if your song is a monster better track, niggas are partying to the hit. Yeah, it's just what it is. Like,
and what Future, like, in the track, because I can't remember, and you know, it's funny, you could kind of make this same argument, because J. Cole said that, you know, if it wasn't for this diss, like, we wouldn't be discussing you. But but you can kind of say the same thing for the Metro Boomin Future thing, because the only reason people were even talking about that track is because Kendrick was on it.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
And the whole project, really.
Yeah.
Like, I highly doubt... Is it?
It's really. And I think it would have been like that. It's killed too. Metro's kind of on a run right now.
Oh, is he?
Of doing collab albums, because this is a collab with Future.
Yeah.
And I think they did like 218 the first week.
I believe that.
208. Oh, did it?
Yeah. So
okay, nice.
Like outside of the niggas is like,
this is before that track came out.
Well, it came out with the album.
Yeah,
it came out with the album.
Just on one album. He dropped the whole album at once.
No, so that's what I'm saying. Like, I would like to see if Kendrick was not on that album, how it would have done.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
You know,
I think it still would have cleared over 100 though. Honestly,
probably.
And if we would have been talking about it
on it.
He
was the only feature.
Yeah.
But I don't know if they'd be picking apart and dissecting the beat between Future and Drake as much if Kendrick didn't just come out the gate and just be like, fuck you and fuck you.
And shine a light on the whole project. For
right. Because it's not like Future's verse was like, fuck that nigga Drake. It was just like, we just
I wouldn't have even known.
Exactly. Yeah. I'm not somebody who's too tapped into that lore anyway. Yeah. So I probably wouldn't have known anyway. So the light on their beef might not have shined nearly as much.
I believe that's true. That's true.
And it was just and it was about a girl, and it's like niggas kind of forgot about that beef already too, and that's definitely what Drake is banking on. So even though I think even though Drake should be actually shooting at Kendrick, not Kendrick, Future, and kind of just leaving Kendrick alone, it's kind of.
But Kendrick is the one that came after Drake.
Yes, and it's
made it, but very clear.
In a perfect world, what happens is, J. Cole does something crazy at Dreamville, or Drake is a part of it, right? And then Future comes back with his next project, We Still Don't Trust You, with another Drake diss. You know what I'm saying? Because that's dropping next week.
Oh, he's dropping another project?
Yeah, he's dropping like 3 projects like back to back. So it's like the first one is We Don't Trust You.
Sick,
and then the second project is We Still Don't Trust You. So it's like, come on. The perfect world, K-Dot's back on that with a new track because of whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Part 2.
Shit, I'm scared of a nigga trying to beef with Future, because just having a hit, bruh, and he know he's gonna say some player shit. He's gonna say some player ass shit that's just gonna have everybody looking at Drake like a fucking dweeb.
Oh yeah,
and it's Drake always kind of every couple of years has moments where people are like, man, Drake is lame. He always does something every couple of years.
He reminds us every now and then.
But he's brought it really far. Like, he's fought really hard to not be viewed as lame immediately.
Yeah.
from Degrassi to where he's at now.
Yeah.
But every so often we get glimpses of like moments where we're like, oh, okay, that was some lame nigga shit, you know?
He is,
of who he really is.
But Future is the type of nigga that can set him back to Degrassi lane. That's like
Wheelchair Jimmy.
Yeah, that's the fear, honestly. Like that Future can do to somebody where it's like, nigga, Drake talking about Jimmy. Like it could go back 20 years ago.
Yeah, because like I said, like Drake is today's LL Cool J, man.
Yeah.
Like, I've always been saying that. Like it's just he's a lover, man. But every once in a while, he has to kind of prove that he could stand alongside lyrically with everybody. You know, like LL Cool J used to have his beats with Cannabis and so many other people in the late '90s and shit.
I love watching them hip hop documentaries because it's like there's always a long LL Cool J moment.
Yeah,
you're like, God damn, this nigga, he was everything to hip hop for a while, bro.
Yeah, a lot of people,
he was big, man.
Yeah, a lot of people saying like because I guess like around the same time of Fresh Prince was doing his thing.
Yeah,
I think they were probably coming out around that same time, and sort of like reinvigorating hip hop, making hip hop pop actually. Because they were some of the first rappers to really have music videos on MTV when MTV was like, hip hop ain't even real music.
Yeah, true.
But he was a rapper and also a persona at the same time. You know what I mean? He had like he had a whole personality.
Oh yeah, the TV show and shit.
Well, I mean, like
Fresh
in general,
Prince,
I mean, like LL Cool J, like he had a like he was a ladies' man, but he was also a rapper, but he was also like he brought like a whole he had a whole like thing that he brought with him instead of just being just like raw like rap, like what I mean.
But
like,
that's why he used to get clowned on so much.
Oh yeah,
just like
for sure.
Drake.
Yeah.
Every
People
time I've seen
didn't trust
Drake,
it.
whatever Drake is going through, I'm always like it's like deja vu because I'm just like,
and Drake wasn't even a sex symbol until later.
Right,
Like,
yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like
I don't feel comfortable putting him in that term.
Yeah, he was just he was the hook god. He was just that nigga, you know, like he was a hook god with Young Money for like 5 to 6. Like, it was like 5-6 years when it was like, if you want to, if your hook doesn't sound like what Drake's doing, we're not gonna run it. You know that singing.
he defined like a sound.
He defined a sound for a long time.
For better or for worse.
Yeah, exactly.
It took him like mad albums, a whole lot of accomplishments, getting sculpted abs.
Oh yeah,
a whole bunch of shit.
They said
whole
he
like
got
body transformation.
Yeah, they said he had sculpted abs, pec implants.
Jesus Christ.
Wait, who? Drake?
He's been accused of
these.
He's been accused of like plastic surgery in general.
I never heard of this.
Yeah, some of the plastic surgery is lipo, ab implants, pec implants. I don't know if it's anything else. Maybe something with the jaw, but I don't think so. It's mainly like it was mainly like lipo and body
sculpting.
Shit like
Beard
that. He's been accused of.
Okay, accused of.
Yeah, it's not confirmed. It's like it's like the
It's like
Kardashians where literally none of them will ever admit that they got any work done. But
it lives as
speculation.
Yeah, even though it's just blatantly obvious.
Yeah. Right.
Which is pretty fascinating that the Kardashians have gone this long. They just don't slip up.
They don't.
They don't slip up.
Don't.
It's not spoke on. It's just
They have really good PR teams and whatnot.
Well, they're a conglomerate. Like they just at a point they're a brand.
$1 billion brand.
They're not even people.
They've done one of the best jobs in Hollywood of knowing when to speak and when not to.
Yeah, and I guess
But
like
they've just
Kendrick,
controlled-
Kendrick. Kanye was kind of like almost fucking that up, I guess, and they had to get rid of it.
Low key.
Low
key.
You're talking way too much.
Yeah.
And we're trying to
He
keep
wasn't
our
down
brand
with the
in
laws.
And because when you think about how they operate, it's like obviously having Kanye West associated with the Kardashian family. We're already a $1 billion company. Let's bring the biggest $1 billion artist over too.
Yeah, sure.
But he fucks up our anonymity of certain things.
It's a wild card.
It's a
He's
wild
Beetlejuice.
card. It's a business wise. There's no way this can go south.
Yeah.
Reputation and narratives and how you want to spin it.
His opinions, man.
It's too much.
he
He
was
can't be
chaotic for
controlled.
them.
He can't be controlled.
Yeah.
Complete
I
wild
agree.
card, nigga.
Yeah, because
Right.
Kris Jenner is out here playing the highest level game of chess
Yeah.
that personalities have ever seen.
I haven't heard
And
of them in so long, actually. I don't
The
even know what they
Kardashians?
No, just
Just
Jenner. What's his name?
Kris Jenner.
Kris Jenner.
Yeah.
No, not Kris Jenner. The other Jenner. Trans.
Bruce.
Bruce.
Caitlyn.
Whoops. Yeah. I haven't heard
starting
of
a
them in
podcast.
so long. What?
Yeah.
Starting a podcast with Lamar Odom?
Yes, I believe
Lamar
so.
Odom.
Yep, Lamar Odom. Yep.
Lamar Odom and
Interesting. I guess everybody at this point, everybody has a
What's
podcast.
his name?
Lamar Odom and Caitlyn Jenner.
What's it called? Like The Leftovers or something?
I cannot remember. I can't remember. I do not remember what it's called, but yeah, niggas had jokes for this shit though. What's the name of
I
it?
don't remember the name of their giant.
Everybody else just made their own.
They made their own podcast name.
It's impossible to not, you know?
So it's like name our podcast.
Doesn't say, does it?
New podcast in there.
They don't even mention.
Yeah, I feel like it would have been right there at the.
It would have been right
in
there
that
in that
first
moment.
in that first
Yeah,
paragraph.
They might not have mentioned it yet.
See if it's in
Unnamed.
the bio.
She's
Doing
looking
new
at it.
Keeping Up Sports.
Keeping Up Sports.
Keeping Up Sports.
Oh, so it's about sports.
Yeah,
Oh, shit.
yeah, it's a sports
Yeah.
podcast.
And it's a playoff of keeping up with the Kardashians, I guess.
Yeah, that sounds like what it is.
Oh, that's what it
yeah.
is. Yeah.
It's kind
That
of
makes sense.
What's funny because Caitlyn, Chris ain't playing that shit, nigga. What are they doing?
Keeping Up
You smell a
Sports.
lawsuit?
Unless I mean,
Can't
Bruce was around for the whole Kardashian show too. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
you know he probably got rights in that because he was.
She.
Yeah,
Oh,
'cause she
Caitlyn.
was-
Yeah, Caitlyn.
Caitlyn's
she
probably
was-
cool with the.
They were in
with
it from the beginning.
Yeah,
Yeah.
They're, I don't think they have beef. They're good. Yeah,
Probably.
Caitlyn probably got the rights to that, like you said. Yeah.
Let me see what. Can you Google what Kris Jenner looks like in 2024?
Yeah.
Keeping up with sports. Keeping up sports. I'm sorry. The same, dude. They
The
froze.
same, really.
They froze Chris's face
Yeah,
in
look-
like '95. Dude.
yeah,
that shit
look
ain't
pretty the same.
changed. Yeah, that shit's the same.
She really does look the same. Go to another picture.
She look a lot like Kim in that picture.
She does.
In the right.
Just well, Kim. So they have a makeup thingy that they
makeup
do
stuff.
that. Yeah, that is just their look.
Yeah. And just out of all the children, I feel like she looks just from mother-daughter wise, like she looks like the closest to her.
See this close-up shot. You
Go
can
back-
see
go
some.
back
You
a
can see
little
some
bit.
age on it there, I guess. You know, but
Me zoom out.
God forbid. Yeah,
There you go.
You
There
can
you
see
go.
the picture. I'm trying
Oh,
to
I'll
see.
see the whole
it's
picture.
crazy how much zooming out did for her. Yeah, that's crazy. Just like that. 10
Yeah,
years
like
just came off that
anybody that close to
The,
the,
the difference of pixel, the difference of pixel makes.
Right. Yeah, bro. Do that full body one right there.
In the black,
Down.
Oh, right here.
that one. Yeah, look like a rich granny.
Yeah, I'm
she
getting like
does.
that's like Nanny McPhee vibes, bro. I don't know.
Yeah.
She looks good though, I guess. I mean, you know,
How old is she?
she's like 70 or some shit. 65.
Look it up.
Chris is a mad scientist, man. She's an evil genius.
Yeah, she started a family conglomerate.
68.
Damn, she's almost 70.
Yeah.
Caitlyn is 74. Fuck.
Oh shit. Oh wow.
Yeah, kid.
What the fuck?
Way too old to be getting plastic
Bruh,
surgery.
Bruce was in the Olympics like
Oh,
we weren't
before
even
we were born.
around.
Yeah,
though.
yeah, we
Yo,
weren't
so
born.
And Bruce was a dog, yo.
that's another thing.
That's what I heard.
Yeah.
I had no idea about
Can we
his
look up
career
Bruce
and shit.
Jenner in
Bruce
the
was,
Olympics?
was a decathlon dude.
No, on YouTube. I want to see him move.
Bruce used to do everything. He was so good.
Yeah,
he just did every event.
He was a track god apparently.
Well, that's what I'm saying. He did the decathlon, so that means you do every single track related event.
That's where you. Oh, gotcha.
And then you beat out another group of dudes that also
that
do
only do that though.
right. You can do everybody's job.
That nigga in shot.
See if they do it. Was this Bruce Jenner? Do Bruce Jenner Olympic highlights? Because I want to see him. Like I want to see them all together. They gotta have a video.
A highlight reel.
Yeah, I got to.
Bruce like dunking, posterizing people.
Looks like they got them kind of separate a little bit.
Oh, okay, that's fine. Just go back to the one that we were looking at before.
Decathlon. This is shot put.
Introducing.
Jenner's really piling up the points. He sprints through the hurdles for 8:66. He hurls the javelin for 8:62. He's done it! Bruce Jenner set a new world decathlon record.
I spent a good part of my life getting ready for that day. I worked out a lot, ate a lot of Wheaties. Because a complete breakfast with Wheaties is good tasting and good for you.
Take it from Bruce Jenner. Wheaties is the breakfast of champions.
Yeah, I heard he was on like a lot of cereal and shit. He was like the Michael
he
Jordan
was-
of this shit.
Yeah, remember
Tito Steiner of
remember when,
Argentina on the far right. Jesus Mirabal, a very good sprinter from Cuba. And Encarnacion Ippolito of the Dominican Republic. This is not a great event for Bruce, but he has to come somewhere around 11 seconds. In the world record, he did 10:7. Mirabal out to a big, big lead.
Is he gonna win this
now for
somehow?
Jenner. Not to worry about Mirabel, but to keep pushing to get that time. Jenner's
his
time in
form and shit?
that turned out to be
Terrible.
11.09, which gave him 783 points, right on target for his usual decathlon. In the second heat, you see Fred Dixon on the far left. Bruce Jenner himself said perhaps Dixon the most talented of the two. Dixon has a long way to go, but he made a jump to prominence recently and is up over 8,200 points. This is a tremendous event for Fred Dixon. He has run 10-3. That was in the world record when Jenner said it. There goes Dixon. He needs points, and he is fighting not those men against him, but he's fighting that scoring table, and he has got to get a good time. 25 points per 10.
Wait, is he losing?
Freddie Dixon won his
No,
heat
I think
easily.
was that him on the far left that time?
no.
I think that's him on the right.
Results.
I thought.
Okay, either he got torched or he torched them. One or the other just happened.
Yeah,
now.
but they did say that this is not his strongest event.
Running.
He just needed a certain amount of points in order to finish on top in the decathlon. And he hit his goal. They said.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's right on target for it.
Or what I call racing.
He is the better of the two. There you see.
It looked like he threw the shit out that javelin, though.
He damn sure
Yeah, man. I saw that. He definitely did that.
That shit didn't seem like a joke right
And
there.
jumping over the thing.
And going the hurdles.
The hurdles.
Yeah.
The hurdles.
The hurdles are crazy.
Yeah.
Skip forward, see if it's anything else other than him.
Long jump.
Oh, yeah, here we go.
Long jump. He used to do the flip. He had to convert back when that became illegal.
Yeah, the flip is
First
crazy.
jump very critical because you want to get a score on the board. There he goes down the runway. He has done 24 feet. Listen to those whistles. Mexicans not too happy with the American athletes during these games.
You said Mexicans not too happy?
Yeah.
Oh.
That's just more
Those damn Mexicans don't.
Yeah, racist ass analysis.
There you see the points and the distances. Dixon 23, 11 3/4.
Even though it is the Olympics, it's like Mexico. But
If I know him, he'll probably do the
maybe he meant the people in the stands. Though.
It just sounded funny to me.
Yeah, maybe the people in the stands are like, yeah, these Mexicans
Yeah,
are
these
pissed.
goddamn Mexicans.
It did sound like you put a little bit of hate on that. Though.
Yeah.
Watch his arm.
These
He
Mexicans.
really gets everything into it. You can hear the grunt. I think that grunt carried
The
it a
grunt
little
is very
bit
important.
further
I realize
than
that.
It would have gone. That was 49 feet, 11 3/4 inches.
That haircut.
So Bruce is pretty happy with that. That's very consistent for him.
49 feet's pretty far.
Yeah.
At the
Damn,
trials,
That's a good throw. That's a decent throw. Yeah.
I want to see.
Jenner was over 15 meters. Dixon slightly under.
Okay, yeah.
There it is, 48 feet 4 1/4.
Yeah, he looks like he won
beat
that
him.
one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he beat him.
Yeah, man. Hey, he won.
He won.
I mean,
He
at
won-
the
he
end
won
of the
it.
day,
Yeah,
we
yeah.
know he won at the end.
Yeah,
I just
for
wanted
sure.
to see him in action. That's all.
No,
Dude was
yeah,
nice,
because I've
man.
never seen like a lot of his stuff when
Me
you know,
neither.
like back in that. Because like I said, like I don't know when this was happening. So I was either didn't exist
Yeah,
or
what
I was
year did it
1 year
say?
old or some shit.
That was 70. I think it
Did it
was.
say 74?
Late 70s?
Okay,
Yeah, it
well
was
then
76, I
70s.
believe.
Okay, well yeah, I was not near.
Yeah, I
born
wasn't
yet.
even nowhere near it. Yeah. It's
No, I agree. This was not on my Wheaties box.
Yeah,
nigga,
yeah,
that's
but
what
I've
I
heard-
remember. Dave Chappelle. Remember when Dave Chappelle was talking about it?
Yeah,
He
yeah.
was like, he said, "Nigga, we ate Wheaties trying to be like Bruce."
Yeah.
no,
So he was like, "Y'all don't understand how much that fucked us up." Cause
Yeah.
he was
okay.
literally a superhero to
Right.
us.
Okay, so that would be like for me, or I guess for us, like if Michael Jordan
They'd be like,
Michael Jordan,
Michael Jordan, LeBron, or
and
Kobe,
20 years later,
or Kobe, any of those three,
Michelle Jordan.
yeah, did that shit. Yeah,
Okay.
it fuck us up.
Okay, that would.
It was.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
what I'm
it
saying.
messes-
Because our whole life we knew
Allen
Space
Iverson,
Space
like,
Jam.
yeah.
What the fuck?
Yep. So
Wow. Okay,
that
so
would mess us
from
up.
that perspective. Yeah, it's wild. Wow.
But it didn't.
It didn't resonate with us
It didn't do
because
shit to me. It was just like
I didn't know
okay.
Bruce Jenner like
it
that.
It was more of the fact of how much it was a big deal to everybody,
everybody
else.
else.
Yeah.
But it didn't hit me like Bruce.
We only had a like a little bit of connection because of the Kardashians.
Right.
That's
right.
all I know is the nigga from the show.
It's
That's
like, oh
all I
shit, their
know.
pops is, you know what I'm saying? Like,
He's a woman now.
Yeah,
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 so
yeah.
he
like,
was just
oh,
their
okay,
pops,
okay.
and he had a weird haircut for a while.
It's like we knew to make it a big deal because everybody else made it a big deal.
He definitely had a weird haircut. But it always when that got announced, it made me think of one of the I haven't seen a shit ton of Kardashian episodes, but I've seen a decent amount. Like I've probably seen like 20 episodes of the Kardashian show.
Yeah.
But it never makes me I always remember the one where Kris Jenner put a natural laxative in Bruce Jenner's coffee
Yeah.
to get him hard pretty much so that they can have sex because I guess they hadn't had sex in a while. But
A
the son,
laxative.
Not a laxative, a Viagra.
I was about to say, wow, that works.
Kind of sexy.
Some sort of stimulant, Viagra, pretty much.
Yeah.
But the son drank the coffee.
Oh.
And he got hard, and his erection didn't go down for like 4 hours.
Fuck.
And he went to one of his sisters first. I can't remember. It was either Kim or Courtney. He was like, yeah, I have to tell you something. Like, I don't know who to go to. I don't know if I should go to mom. But I have to tell somebody. He's like, I've been hard for like 3 hours and it hurts now. It won't go away.
Oh, shit.
And they had to go to the hospital, get his dick drained and everything.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that was one of them. But when he switched, I was like, damn, she was trying to get dick from her husband for years. Like, and he wasn't with it.
Yeah.
That's always been my fear about male enhancement right there.
Yeah.
But that's the crazy part is that now he still is interested in women though, is my understanding.
He is.
So it's almost like it wasn't even like in a sexual attraction thing. It was just, I guess he was going through it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, see, but that's always like the biggest thing, right? Like the whole confusion between like trans people is just like, where does the gender and the sexuality end and begin? You know, because like just because they changed their gender doesn't necessarily mean their sexuality was changed. You know? So they could still be straight, but it's like you were a straight guy, but now you're just a lesbian.
You're just a
and I also understand the ones who don't do any of the genital surgery because
that's his case.
They have not mastered that shit. It's nowhere near being mastered. Like making a penis or removing it, you're not the same.
It's not comparable.
You're not the same.
No,
like
you're not.
You're not. It's just what it comes down to. Because I've seen some interviews, like Candace Owen interviewed a trans person. Software Underbelly have had a couple. Some who have done it, some who haven't. But even the ones who haven't, they might have been on some sort of like hormone blockers that affected their sexual body parts as well too. So even though they didn't have any like actual surgery, getting things cut off or reshaped, they were on the hormones for so long that it messed up those areas for them. Or they like, let's just go ahead and just put out there, sensitivity is cut in half immediately, if not more than half. So you're already like going down on pleasure within 50% probably. You know, like there's no way to really recreate there's no way to really recreate these things are not mastered, bro. Like
it's like science hasn't
gotten that
right.
We can do it.
Yeah.
But
it won't be like the real thing.
You could maybe almost aesthetically create like a flesh piece that looks like a penis.
I can make something for you, but it's not
gonna. But the working parts of
it ain't gonna be the same.
The mechanics,
the mechanics are not the same.
And like they'll, I don't know if they'll ever be able to put a uterus in a man.
They probably will. It's just it's not early enough, bro. No. Oh wait, a uterus in a man? No,
that's wild, right? You know what I mean?
Yeah, because your body would eject it,
or like, or even like a canal in general. Like
they do that now though.
Yeah, but I heard it's like it doesn't moisten itself. It's like there's all these like there's all these obstacles that you have to overcome.
It ain't the same.
It's just an orifice.
They
create like an orifice.
Get a squirt.
The most that can happen for the pleasure, I think, is if there is a not evolution, but anyway, if fucking Elon, the Neuralink is something that they could do to fucking make you feel nerves like later. If the Neuralink ends up going that route.
Yeah.
Where you do something with the brain so you can feel something down there better. I don't know. Fuck. It's about
I feel like you just end up hurting yourself doing that one.
Yeah, so I can understand doing everything but doing that because fuck that, bro.
You don't want to mess with just this area.
Yeah, fuck that. Like, it's disgusting. What is life like? I mean, after that.
After you chop it?
After you definitely roll the dice.
After chopping it or trying to add to it.
Oh, yeah.
One or the other.
It's a life decision you can't change again.
Yeah, it's true.
But that's why I was saying, like, I didn't understand why some people were having controversial or being controversial about it. Like some people saying, like, not making certain decisions until you're old enough to do so, 18, you know? Because I'm like, a 12-year-old doing this?
It's wild.
It's pretty wild.
It's wild.
Oh, man, when you watch some of those interviews, if y'all want to see them, I'll show them to you. But I've seen a couple, and these are the ones that are kind of like, they're people, but they advocate for people, but they also, some of them have the stance of, there is an age requirement.
There should be,
Yeah, you know, they're like, it's way too wide open. That's what majority of these people that I'm talking about, they're like, you can still be trans, but it should be at this point. They talk about some of the things that they were able to do way too young with no checks and balances in place.
I've heard
one of the ones that I've seen on Software and Underbelly, she was like, I can't remember what direction they went, whether it was, I can't remember, long story short. They were like, they've been going through counseling, you know, their whole life pretty much. You know, they've had depression, anxiety, all these other things, right? And they said it was so interesting how like throughout my life, and even as an adult doing like my psychiatrist appointments, they would slowly decrease doses. You know, there's a stepping stone to all these things.
Yeah.
They said once they made the decision to go
here you go.
within like 24 to 48 hours, they had hormone blocker pills in their hand. And it's like quickly, they were like one therapy sit down. I'm getting pills by the end of this shit from them. Like they were like, it's way too easy
Like, hey, wait, what do you want
to
to do?
fuck up your body permanently for a lifetime. And they'll do it just like that when in a regular anxiety case, you might have to go to them for 2 sessions before they give you something, or 3 or 4 maybe.
Sure.
And if they do give you something after the first one, they're gonna start you off really light.
Really light.
They're not going to the.
They're gonna give you some Lexapro.
Yeah, they're not gonna just like hit you with the hormone blocker or something that's just off the rip. It's up there. You know what I mean? So
and with a lot of this stuff, it's like there's no turning back. You know,
a lot of it,
it like fucks up your shit. You know?
That's what they were like. One of the ones that I saw, they were saying they got off of it before they were at the point of no return.
Yeah.
To where they can counteract it with the hormones that their body's supposed to be having.
By
So
doing,
they can kind of get they can do the replacement therapy and get
Yeah.
their body back running on a regular program. And then another one that I watched, they were like, I had already been doing it for 10 years. It's fuck. I'm done. Like,
What are
no
the-
matter what I do, it's fucked.
What are the starting stages of these procedures? Like, when did the first hormone blocker come about? And what kind of mad scientist shit happens to make this shit better?
There is a whole documentary about that, actually.
Yeah, I'm not surprised, actually.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it was. And I think, and it's arguing, and a lot of people argue if the person who started it meant well or if they kind of had some weird intentions or whatever. But yeah, they did. There's a whole documentary about it. Like this
When
guy
you look into
started-
some of those people who created drugs and shit, sometimes they're not always a good
person, right?
Or just good intentions. Like we were doing this to sterilize an entire neighborhood. Like,
Right.
And now it's just some shit that
use
we
for
have at
whatever.
our disposal because we created it for this fucked up reason. You know, so
and a lot of it's like, were they experimenting ethically? You know what I mean?
that's
Like
another
you said,
thing. Yeah. How do we know? How are the trial run done?
Right. Like we did find out that, if you leave a baby unattended without any adult attention ever, that they turn into like a feral animal, basically. We did learn that, but somebody had to do that to a baby in order to find that out.
A couple
you know
too.
what I mean?
Yeah.
Right.
One wasn't enough.
Right. So
Had to
you
do
know
it
what
to
I
a
mean?
couple.
It's like you can't do that kind of stuff anymore. It's not.
Are there any studies about having babies raised with gorillas?
No. Or any
Also
other type of
Tarzan shit.
animal or something?
There are
Or any type of animal.
they are. The one guy did do something with where
Like,
he
are
raised
there
a baby
actually
with a chimp.
Tarzan man like men?
I think
Have
there's
there-
a, I
have
think
there
there's a
ever been?
few-
Like some
feral.
there is a
I
couple
think there's a
cases of that
couple.
stuff. Yeah.
Like feral man.
Like so, I know they had a baby that was raised with a chimp. They raised it with a chimp that was like the same age as the baby was, and they just they grew up together without being without a lot of human attention.
Andre Tolska, 2004, was raised by dogs in a remote part of Siberia from the age of 3 months to 7 years. Damn! He was neglected by his parents because he had speaking and hearing problems. Social workers who found the boy were curious about why the boy was not admitted to his local school,
Feral
because they
child.
Y'all have seen the
found
footage
him
of him. The footage of this kid is. I have
seen
seen
it?
this.
Oh,
he
please,
he
YouTube that
growls.
shit.
He growls and shit.
Oh,
Bro, from-
He
shit.
thinks he's a dog.
what did it say? 3 months to 7 years?
3 months to 7
Nigga, that's a
years.
long time, bro.
I mean, that's your whole
That's
critical
your
period.
development
Yeah, that's your critical
time.
development period.
God damn.
Yeah, I've definitely seen this because I've seen that right there. Yep, where the little kids growling and yeah.
Oksana Malaya began her life living with dogs.
That's a girl.
Rejected by her mother and father, she somehow survived for 6 years, living wild, before being taken into care. There are few cases of feral children who have been able to fully compensate for the neglect they suffered. Oksana is now 22, but her future still hangs in the balance. Have scientists learned enough from previous cases to rehabilitate her?
You see, but hold on.
For 6 years,
I know. I know what you're thinking.
Hold up.
There's a lot of questions.
Yeah, because it's like, because she got pants on and shit.
Yeah.
She not dirty enough.
That's what I'm saying.
I want to see you eat raw meat.
There's a lot of things.
Where's the pack that accepted her?
Well, but she
Like,
got
I need to see. I want to see.
Even dogs
somebody,
are like,
I want to see somebody with the pack. Like,
They're facts.
yeah.
Wait, in the point they rescued her from that situation.
But
I
then they
guess.
put a camera on her afterwards, I guess.
But you would
Oh,
just
sure, you gotta
completely.
study her now.
But you would just completely remove her from her pack. Why wouldn't you bring the whole pack
and
in?
put her on clothes. Like, what was it like when you tried to put
God.
clothes on her? Did she bite
God.
you? Like, how did it go?
Well, so unfortunately, so this is how modern science works. Unfortunately, you have to like let some terrible couple abuse their child, and then you know social services gets them, and then you study the fuck out of them, because you can't create that scenario ethically.
Oh yeah, I mean,
So, like-
yeah, not ethically, yeah,
Right. So
that's
like
true.
every time you see these in modern times, it's going to be someone that they
Some
saved,
social
and now
service shit,
right. So
yeah,
like
that's true.
they did grow up with wolves, but then now I got like, look, kid, I got to put some shorts and some
That's just
drawers
in
on you.
America too, to be fair.
Yeah, right.
That's not
Right.
Those are just our rules.
True.
Yeah.
Also
over
true.
in another country, that might be completely legal.
Could be
Just
totally different.
you
Just
know,
cloth. Yeah.
Like using prisoner of war babies.
Oh, if
you
they're
know
not in
what
the
I'm saying?
UN, it's like you never know.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, those are just
Shit looks like it could just be a production. Like, that's crazy.
oh, like a good actress or something.
Yeah,
Yeah, because this is crazy. Could you search the person
it was
that
a
we
good jump. It
search
was a
the-
good jump.
Yeah,
I will
search
say-
the person that we were looking at, the Andre person.
That's who this is.
That's
That
that,
is,
that's
I
what
think
it
that
is.
is that person. Now, okay,
They
now
said
I
some-
will
no,
say,
they said a completely different name.
No, I think they just said her name in different ways.
Oh,
Let's
really?
find out. Maybe.
Yeah.
maybe.
Let's make sure.
Go all the way to the beginning.
The
right
jump.
the jump.
there.
That's a good jump.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's the name. That's a,
𝙿𝙾𝚃𝚃.
that's a completely different name.
Oh, okay.
Malaya.
Oh, maybe there's another version of this person here. Then I don't know why.
I will say, if this person's 22 years old, they are very undersized for a 22-year-old.
Yeah, that was.
I was thinking
yeah.
like 15, maybe.
Yeah, definitely.
It looks like a
Yeah,
child.
it doesn't look like 20s.
Look at this little
The
buff,
fuck,
look at
buff
the little
ass.
buff kid.
Man, that's weird. Man, there's some weird shit going on in this world.
You probably would be kind of buff if you grew up with wolves. You grew up on like you run on all fours and shit.
Yeah. Why does it keep taking us to
Yeah,
her?
𝙗𝐷 is the main one that's popping up.
What is
Yeah,
that?
why?
What's that second one? now?
That's the video that I've
That's
seen.
her.
Is that kid right there?
This is her.
Is the barking kid? Yeah,
That's the
one we just
same.
looked at. Yeah, the
Feral
Russian
Wild
kid.
Russian. Go ahead, go up.
Yeah.
Feral
Sure.
Wild Russian Child.
Okay, so
𝙿𝙾𝚃𝚃.
Is it the
Malaya.
same person?
It's the same person.
It's
Yeah.
the same person in that
Cover
same
over?
video.
Oh no,
It's the same
fuck
person.
that video. What's the one below it?
This is 5 children who were raised by animals.
Whoa.
Yeah, let's do that one.
7.
Oh shit, we don't get
Topless
nightmares.
presents 5 children who were raised by animals.
These are separate cases.
Number 5.
Yeah.
Wolfman. Marco Rodriguez Pantoja was just 6 or 7 when he was sold to a hermetic goat herder. After
Wait.
the goat herder's death, Marcos was left alone. He learned to hunt rabbits and partridges with traps. He established a special bond with some animals and lived alone with wolves in the Sierra Morena for 12 years. He claims to have survived after being adopted and fed by them. In 1965, at 19, he was found by the Guardian Civil and taken by force to a small village in the village of 𝙼𝙾𝚃𝚃, where he was eventually civilized and now lives a normal life.
He looks very
He
civilized
can
in that
still
picture.
reproduce the sound of a deer, the fox, the booted eagle, and other animals. A movie and documentary have been made about his amazing survival story, and he now gives lectures to kids at schools to teach them about wolves.
He's a professor. now.
Number 4,
Yeah, he's a
Dog
professor.
Girl.
Sorry, talking about comic book character.
Right. Wolfman, Dog Girl. Like,
By the time she was
Professor
8,
they're not
Wolfman.
giving
she
no
had
real
lived with them
names
for
of the
6
people.
years. 𝙿𝙾𝚃𝚃's parents were
Miss 𝙿𝙾𝚃𝚃.
alcoholics.
That's
Oh.
Oksana, yeah,
And
that's
when
Oksana.
she was a toddler,
Damn,
they
she's the
left her
popular one.
outside. She
Yeah, she's-
crawled into a farm kennel seeking warmth and cuddled with the dogs.
But that is
An
a stock
act
photo, I feel
that
like.
probably saved her life.
yeah.
She soon ran on all 4s, panted with her tongue out, bared her teeth, and barked. Because of her lack of human interaction, she only knew the words yes and no. The bond with the pack of dogs was so strong that when the authorities who came to rescue her were driven away by the first attempts by the dogs. Oksana now lives in a clinic in Odessa, working with hospitals' farm animals.
So she's still a dog.
Right.
Number 3, Bird Boy. In 2008, a Russian care worker rescued a
names.
7-year-old Vanya Yodin, who could communicate only by chirping. After his mother raised him in a virtual aviary, the neglected child was found living in a tiny 2-room apartment.
Did you tell me he could
surrounded
fly?
by cages
Right,
containing
yeah.
dozens of birds, bird feed, and droppings. The so-called bird boy did not understand any human language and communicates instead by chirping and flapping his arms.
Chill out.
Social worker 𝙿𝙾𝙳𝚃,
He still hasn't left the ground.
in rescuing
I have a
𝙿𝙾𝚃,
theory about
found his
that one.
home in 𝙿𝙾𝚳𝚃. Said 𝙿𝙾𝚃 was treated like another pet by his 31-year-old mother, who never spoke to him. First, 𝙿𝙾𝚳𝚃 said, when you started talking to him, he chirped. Bravado reported his mother had her own domestic birds and fed wild ones. She neither beat him nor left him without food. She just never talked to him. It was all the birds that communicated with the boy and taught him birds language. The mother signed an abdication form to release the child into care after he was discovered.
Literally
He was
social
temporarily
service shit.
transferred to an asylum.
These stories sound faker
but
and
later
faker as they
Sue
get
was
going.
sent to the
Crazy.
Center of Psychological Care.
What's the
sound
next
crazy.
one? Fish.
They later
I'm about to
joined
find
the.
out. Monkey Boy.
Bro
Monkey
spoke,
boy.
So he
What's the
spoke
last one?
fluent bird? Is what you're
Last
telling me?
one.
Click it. I think it was right there.
That one was in
Oh, that was
Africa?
still Monkey
Yeah,
Boy?
still Monkey Boy. Monkey Woman is the last one.
Oh.
So just what they were raised by, and then
Number one.
what gender. he
Whatever
was.
Yeah.
that gender is. That is so
Marina
dumb.
Chapman was
Marina
not-
Chapman.
Like Stan Lee could come up with better names than this.
Right.
Monkey Woman. I mean, that's probably what she went by in the circus that she was in 1950. You know how they did back then.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, nigga. They'll put you in a
crazy.
cage
They're-
quick.
Barnum and Bailey will
Tore
scoop
you.
your ass up.
Bruh, the
Yeah.
circus back in the day was
Like the freak shows.
Savagery.
yeah, they were really
Like back in the 30s and shit.
they see a midget, they're capturing him.
Oh, you're in there. Yeah, you're part of
and,
you're part of the show.
and you work for us now.
Yeah.
Or if you're super fat,
Yeah, there's certain things they're just gonna catch you with.
Shit. There's what. Oh, by the way, that's what I was talking about. That little creature there.
he came back.
Yeah. I think he came back up the thing. Remember I was saying like I don't know what that is. Is that tick? Not a tick.
We got bed bugs in the studio.
Yeah,
What
yeah,
is that?
some kind of.
Nah, that'd be crazy.
Yeah, because it's like spotty.
Let me see it. Let me see. Y'all, it's
Yeah,
not
yeah.
bed bug, is it?
Nah, it would have to be. Nah. Zoom in on it. Take a
Because it was
picture.
over
Take a
here,
picture and
and then it
Google
went over
them.
there.
Take a picture and Google them. Zoom in.
It's definitely
They're
not
that
right.
dumb. They usually know when to come out. He'd be the dumbest bed bug ever if he's a day walker.
Yeah, but he's like spotty, you know.
Yeah, it's not a bed bug. I don't know what it's called, but I've seen those before.
It might be
It's like a
carpet. The carpet bug.
It could be a carpet beetle or something, but it's one of those little, one of those little.
Because I knocked it down over here, and then the motherfucker just came right back up here.
As long as
Yeah,
it's not a bed bug.
no,
the
it's not
carpet
that.
beetle.
Yeah, it's that thing. You're right, far left.
It looked
Yeah.
close.
Yeah,
It actually
that's
looked
it.
like that.
That's it. That's
Didn't
what it is. Yeah, that's it. That's
Carpet beetle.
That's a carpet beetle. Wow.
They
Nice,
like-
nice to
they-
meet you, nigga.
Right. So before we invented carpets, what did they do?
They didn't even exist.
Is that a dumb question? I don't know. I'm just like, I feel like carpet's a relatively new invention on Earth.
Nah, carpet's been around for a long time.
But I mean, but this beetle had to be here before carpet.
Could be a mutation.
It mutated from carpets. Oh yeah,
Could be.
yeah, but
Could be.
yeah, but real quick about just being like raised and shit by
Wild animals.
yeah, or
Bestiality.
not even just in like odd ways.
What happened?
I always thought that it would be interesting. Not to get on religion again, but I always thought that it would be interesting to see if you took a baby and raised them in a community where they told them their whole life that the Bible was fiction and Lord of the Rings really happened.
Oh shit.
And the whole community just tell them that up until 18. And then when they're 18, just send them into the real world with that belief.
Truman Show.
Yeah, something like that.
So you're also gonna train them in short story and all that shit.
You know, just be like, oh yeah,
You
like
have to.
Frodo is the savior of your life, and he died. He put the ring in the thing to
like,
save our sins and
make
shit.
it like the story of the past and what happened in the past.
Yeah,
and-
like Frodo is
This is what
the
we got.
Jesus.
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
Frodo is your savior. So when you go out and I pray to Frodo, and you know
Yeah.
he's the one that saved us
No.
from the fires of Mordor and stuff
That's
like that.
There's
crazy.
probably
The Bible. Oh, that's fiction.
there might be people raising their kids like that.
I was
Possibly
thinking-
one of those like or maybe Star Wars, like
Yeah.
an extreme
fanatic.
fanatic
Luke is your savior.
tells them like
my
oh, these
God.
things that you're seeing That's what's really happening up there.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And like they believe that is
It's
the
because
law.
they're fighting for our galactic.
Yes. Yeah.
Like
And you're only
supremacy or whatever.
safe because of these people up there fighting for
Thank
us.
you. Yeah.
No, because I would just want to see that social experiment because it's like
Shane, that's somebody's life.
no, I know, but what I'm saying is like, but I guess my point is like, how would you know the difference? Like how would you know which one was real and which one was fake if you had a community of people telling you? Because I mean, like you could have people saying that about the Bible now.
Yeah,
but how would you know like what if it was fiction? How would you know it was? How would you know it was?
You wouldn't.
Because
No, you
our whole nation tells us that it's real.
No,
that's the
you wouldn't.
only reason we know it's real is because people tell us.
We
It's just
think, and
indoctrination,
some people
right.
think it is, but a lot of people,
Yeah.
by what you're saying, is like we go through that now with what the actual Bible is. Like so many people grow up in that community, get to a certain age, and then start exploring because they're like, wait, there's more out here, and they're like,
Right.
what the fuck? Now their belief is kind of gone. You know what I'm saying?
We
Yeah.
do
They
that.
just-
I mean, and
Maybe
we
that
do
could happen with that guy.
And we do that with everything.
Yeah.
We live
Yeah,
in that
yeah.
world now. Even
That's
with
what I was thinking.
Even
right
with
there.
money, it's like
Fact.
this is actually just a piece of paper.
real.
Yeah.
And but we live in a world where we're like this shit holds the value.
value.
We collectively agree that this has value.
Whether we've seen the gold reserve that supposedly exists for every dollar being printed or not, it's that this transaction is real.
real, yep.
That's
And people
real money,
live and die.
and people live and die by this belief that this paper means something.
And there'll be a new thing. You know, there's going to be new things that become what society grows up on. You know,
Yeah.
and we already have one being the internet.
And I think,
You know what I
but I think that's why it's so important to question everything.
Facts.
Because everything can be just one big scam, or like, how would you know? You know, like
Yeah, or just the
at
next
so-
thing that is taking root.
Yeah, at some point you have to. Critical thinking has to kick in.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you just like question everything. And I think, but I mean, if that social experiment happened, like it would probably be hard for them to do because it would be like, wait, you're telling me my whole entire life that Frodo is fiction?
It's
What
kind
the
of it's kind of like watching Amish in America. Like,
Yeah, I feel like
the
that's-
you know the show, not Amish in America, but you know where
I thought you were talking about real.
it's the show. But it's the show they had where they took Amish people and put them in New York City for a week or a month
They
or
were
some shit
they were
like that.
Rumspringer. Yeah, on their Rumspringer.
Yeah. But what was the name? It was some show though. But
know what you're talking
some
about. It's,
people were like, "What the fuck, nigga? I'm never going back." Like,
Yeah.
some of them never. It's
They're on their trial period, and then that's when you
It's something
decide if
that-
you want to continue to be Amish. Or
yeah,
if you
it's
wanna
something
go.
that all Amish people can do when they come of age, leave the community for a certain amount of time and come back just to see what the world is like.
Return
but
to Amish. Is that it?
Yeah,
TLC.
it is.
probably that one. Yep.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
So they were Amish, went to the city, and then returned to it.
But like he said, it's
So-
a rite of passage.
It's a rite of
So it's
passage.
called Rumspringer. Okay. So like when you turn like 16 or 18 or some shit
Yeah.
like that, I don't know, in the community, they give you the opportunity. They release you to, like you said, New
The
York
wild.
City or
Yeah.
Philly. I think a lot of them are like
A
Pennsylvania.
lot of them are Philly because a lot of them are in Pennsylvania.
Yeah, so they release you to the city in regular people clothes, and they just let you go see what the real world is like. And the idea is, I think, that because they're just cutting you loose in this crazy thing,
Yeah.
it's supposed to scare you, I think.
It's supposed to scare you back to the
like a
community
scare.
and
Yeah.
give you peace with your lifestyle.
with your
Yeah.
simplistic lifestyle. But
Well,
I think
Johnny
some
go
people,
outside,
you know,
get some head, and be like,
it's
"Whoa."
over. It's over.
But yeah, no, some of them even in that show, they were like the things that they've been told about the world outside of this. They're like, bro, I've been getting lied to a lot. I'm not going back to that shit.
yeah.
And they stay. They
Yeah.
establish lives in the suburbs, or they stay in the city, get jobs, and kind of just because when you don't come back, you get excommunicated. So when you leave the Amish or when you get banished, same with the Mormons. When they kick you out of the
Probably
temple,
more intense.
When you get
probably more intense.
excommunicated or whatever they call it. Yeah,
Excommunicated? Yeah,
there's a
you-
word, yeah, whatever.
Nigga, you stop talking to your parents. It's over for you.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
you are in this world alone. You are starting over. So and I think the ones who chose, obviously, like since this was TV, they're like, nigga, we'll get you a social security
Get you
card.
right. Yeah, we'll get you
Yeah,
right.
we'll get you an apartment and a social security number, hook it with a first job.
Yeah.
Because if they didn't have that, nigga, they would actually be starting at zero.
Yeah, I got
There
a
would
buddy
be
with a
hope.
couch. He'll let you live there for about a month, learn life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get you a job making $10, $12 an hour, and
And we'll
this is where you
usher
start.
in. Yeah.
Yep. So
Because they could easily become like a hobo if they just go out there.
facts.
most of them probably do,
Nothing.
honestly.
I imagine a lot of them do. You get, you
You're
start dabbling
starting
in drugs
at
and
you're
stuff.
starting at day labor lifestyle where
Yeah.
sleeping in a tent. Speaking of tents, a new tent community popped up over near my house. And,
I saw some tents. When did I see some tents?
You
I
did.
saw some today.
No, you did. The way that you came, that's where they're at.
by the exit.
No,
it
I
was
don't
coming
want
from
to.
Fuquay, and I remember seeing tents somewhere.
Over there by the Lowe's.
Yeah.
Over there by the Lowe's. Nigga,
Out of control.
It was just in and out. I was just like, oh, tents.
Bro, it came
And
out
then
of, they just popped up recently.
Oh.
They keep moving them, man. I think it's what it is.
They be moving them because there used to be one right off of the exit.
Yeah.
But that one looks abandoned. It looks disgusting in there now. Like
There's
there's
probably
no
so many needles and
there's
shit.
no tents. It's just like all the trash that they left behind.
Right.
So it's fucked up in there. Like when you just look off to the side,
It's a
just
biohazard.
It's just nasty. You it's just nasty. But now there's a new tent community over there by the Lowe's, and it's kind of in the divider. Like there's major roads. You know that area? It's kind of like a triangle.
Yeah.
Where you can go down 70, go 4. You know, it's like they're in that grass area where the sign is at and shit.
Yeah. Yeah. Damn, I
It's
might
like
have seen
it's
that
probably
shit
like
today.
10, 12 tents over there.
That's
right
kind of
now.
a bold setup, actually, because you're not
It
really
is.
hiding at that point.
They're not ducked off into no woods at all.
Yeah,
We can
they're in
all
plain
see
sight.
them.
You
They're in
know,
plain sight.
this is almost like a scary sign, though.
It's a power move.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's definitely a power move.
Yeah, but it's scary because it's like, now it's like, oh shit, what is this gonna look like in a few years? Is it
Yeah,
gonna
what
look
the
just
fuck
like
the-
LA?
what-
Like
yeah.
when I go to LA, there's like
Skid Row.
there's parts where you have to walk in the middle of the road because the whole sidewalk is just tents.
Yep.
And
Homelessness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's just and the tents just go on, you know?
Yeah, it's so interesting because like we've been in Raleigh for so long, and even now, every so often when I go downtown, I think our city is going to turn into one of those. But
That's what I'm saying.
even now, when I go
Oh, I
downtown,
hope not.
every so often I might see somebody out there playing live music like they're in Tennessee or some shit. And I'm like,
Yeah.
what the fuck? Or out there doing street art, collecting donations. I'm like,
Turn it into fucking
like
I don't know, like Manhattan or some shit.
yeah, like a real metropolitan Manhattan,
You go out
Atlanta.
there, do your thing.
It's happening
Right.
little by little, but it's happening.
But it's so weird just like seeing it slowly come because Raleigh's a city, but for anybody that's in New York, anybody that's in New York, LA, Atlanta,
They're
it's
used to
not
this shit.
this is not a city to you. So
Yeah.
like it's a city by definition.
Right.
Yeah,
This
but-
is a-
It is not what y'all are used to.
this is like a big town.
Yeah, this is a really big town with taller buildings. Like
yeah.
not even tall. There's no skyscrapers. You know what I'm saying?
As far as concerned, yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah, but now
yeah,
these tents-
watching street performers pop up, tent communities becoming more bolder, and downtown there has been, I feel like, just more homelessness in downtown Raleigh.
More open.
Yeah.
I agree. Like it's become a bit more.
God, they're
in your
so
face,
fucking
more
annoying.
homeless.
Oh
Yeah.
my
shit.
god.
I haven't seen more than or maybe I haven't been paying attention, but I haven't noticed that if it was more.
They're annoying.
The most notable thing to me is, like you said, I agree. The camps have been increasing in size, like rapidly. Like
I
the
just know that
camps
shit today.
grown. That's not the only camp that's been growing. Yeah, a lot of the camps.
Yeah,
have been-
I see the camps move because camps are always going to be, if there's some trees by a highway exit, they're normally going to be posted up in there.
You're gonna have one. Yeah.
But like camps be moving kind of like camps aren't active for. I feel like the longest I've seen a camp set up in Raleigh was like maybe just under a year or maybe right at a year. I've never seen no camp community for like 5 years and nothing ever happened. There was a camp community getting set up in the woods behind my job one time.
yeah, we
And
had
it was,
bad one
and
by my
then they
job.
were there for like they held out for like 2.5 months before like the police came in there and like cleared them out for real.
They had to start a fire in the one behind my job for them to break it up. They
For real?
Yeah, they lit
burn
their
it.
tents on fire by accident. They were probably fell asleep cooking up.
Oh,
okay.
So they actually had to cause a ruckus for them to be put out,
Right.
or cause a hazard.
They had, like an active fire hazard. Yeah.
I know one thing: that area off the highway right now with all that trash, nigga, that's a tinderbox over there. You throw a fucking,
It's over.
you put some gas and a lighter. You might not even need that
Chill
much.
out.
You might not even need that much gas, bro. It's so much trash in there. It's really disgusting, actually. Like
There's a bunch of trash,
community
tinder, and Flint
like
over there.
community service, that's a good spot for them to hit. Like, fuck walking up and down the highway. They need to clean that shit up because you can see how nasty it is just from sitting in your car, getting off the exit, looking over. Like,
I'm gonna tell you right now, the amount of biohazard type materials that are in there, man,
Yeah.
ain't nobody trying to do that shit for free.
that's true. Yeah,
There's so many needles in there.
yeah.
because that's what
Needles
got me about the
or
site
just
that I
or
saw.
just glass pipes too.
glass pipes, needles, like just
Yeah, a cut
Yeah.
might give you fucking syphilis.
it's it. Yeah.
A cut will give you hepatitis C.
Yeah.
Oh,
Or the monster, something worse.
Damn,
That's
so
insane.
we're becoming
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
We're
Just
seeing
like
it.
those-
We're
oh,
seeing
shit.
it happen. So I'm interested to see, like, we can mark it as in, I feel like this week, that tent community pop up. So we can kind of just keep an eye out to see how long they last. See if they make it through the summer.
Yeah.
Because that would be interesting if they make it through the summer.
I feel like you want a nicely wooded area in the summer because
I don't know why they picked that spot, which makes it feel like they're doing something. There's
feels like an attack to you.
Feels like there's a political move behind it. There's definitely some sort of structure,
something going on. That's
because why
not
would
being
you
seen.
not, especially if it's warming up? Why would you want to your nigga a tent getting beat on by the sun is hot.
Plus car exhaust. There's traffic there.
It's loud. I don't. That can't be the best.
That's not the best spot.
That is not a good spot. The only thing that's good about it is the fact that there's like a lot of traffic, plenty of corners to beg on.
If you're gonna beg,
and there's a lot of stores in that area too that you can walk to. You know, so you can get fast food. Like as long as you got money, you can buy McDonald's. You know, so there's food. There's a lot of things
in that area.
Just in that area that's within walking distance, within 10, 15 minutes, not even that long. 5 minutes, you know?
Low key.
So it is a good spot in terms of that.
Do what you need to.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Shelter-wise, it is fuck no. No way.
It's not a good spot. Yeah, it's not a great choice.
Not nearly enough trees.
Not good real estate in terms of like bumming.
Yeah.
I wonder if I'm going to go down there one day and there's just like somebody standing on a crate with a megaphone. And they're
preaching?
Just like, and they're like preaching.
The end is near.
Yeah, or
they're
just
for 40 years.
Like they getting they niggas riled up. Niggas
I was about to say that's a normal.
And they're like
niggas are lighting their crack pipes and holding pitchforks.
This is the way.
Yeah. Vagrants align. Like it's like they're unionizing. Oh, wait, are you trying to? Are homeless people are unionizing now?
I'm just saying organization.
That would be wild.
Because a camp, they're a family. It's not those camp people. There's not a bunch of random niggas pitching their tents near each other. That is their family.
No, you're right. You're right.
So there might be a leader.
They could.
I was just about to say, you think there might be a new leader who came out?
It's always a leader when there's a camp community.
It's a new leader.
There's not really any rules. They're basically polyamorous. Like they're basically like, they all just kind of have sex with each other and everything else too. Yeah. So it's just they do what they want.
Would you live in a community like that for research purposes for a couple of days?
Research purposes.
Can I have a camper low key so I can shower?
Nah, you got to get down.
You got to get down with it.
Oh man, that's kind of important.
How long? For YouTube,
a week.
I do it for a YouTube.
I do it
video.
for a week.
For a week. 1 week.
Yeah, I do it. It'd be because I'm getting paid.
Because you're documenting it.
Yeah.
I wouldn't do it just because I want a new experience in life. You know what I'm saying?
Nah.
Well, you know, like
you can just go camping if you want that.
A week, camera crew, I do it. Yeah. But it's gonna be hard because I don't do drugs.
Right, so you just gotta sit there and watch him just nod off.
If I did meth or hair, if I did dog food, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like that week would fucking fly by. Probably,
right. Great week.
It probably feel like 2 days. It'd be a lit week because
might make a friend.
I got plenty of body fat,
freedom.
so I got plenty of body fat. Like I'm not even on the ends of drug abuse.
Right.
I'm at the very beginning when everything is fun still.
Yeah.
So it's every high is good.
You got all your teeth.
You know what I'm saying? Like I'm chilling. My teeth. There's only so much you can fuck your teeth up in a week. It'd probably be a lit ass week, but sober. The most I could do is be drunk around them, and then that's still not matching them because they're gonna go to sleep.
Right.
After they get their hits.
Nobody to talk to.
Yeah, it's not even gonna be lit. So
Hey.
It just be a long fucking week, man.
And our homeless population, they're not even at the point where they're so large that they're committing crimes like that yet.
Yeah, they're not.
So
homeless people ain't doing no crazy shit.
You're not even going bipping. You're not going bipping like Andrew Callahan or whatever he did.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
that's true. Yeah, our homeless
boring.
people aren't a problem like that. They're just annoying downtown Raleigh, asking for money.
Yeah.
It's literally it.
At the stoplight.
They tried it just a couple nights ago again.
Yo,
Like,
I
they
was in a
always try it.
restaurant in Noda in Charlotte last week, and the homeless dude just came in the restaurant, and we were sitting down and ordering, and he just came to the table and just started asking for money. Just started his pitch.
What the fuck?
Are you serious?
We were in the restaurant, and we weren't even in the entrance. He came in, he went past several tables and just found us. I don't know, did we look like somebody? I don't know.
You look generous.
He came to us and he started.
Wait, he avoided other tables and what do y'all?
Do
we have easy target written across our face?
Right. I'm like, we smiling a certain way. I don't know.
He must
Damn, y'all
have
niggas
been
look
following
like
y'all.
y'all niggas look like food to him.
Oh, they have like a good team over there.
And he got like a minute and a half into his pitch before the waiter was like, hold up now. It's like, you can't come in here, bro.
He said they look like nice people.
But it's so funny because that's what they have to size up, right? Like every time they're doing it, it's like, who looks friendly?
And they probably mastered it.
Yeah. Or who looks like a sucker too.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, that too. Yeah,
that
it
part
could be
too.
a little bit of everything. Like, where are my highest odds at right now?
Yeah.
And I gotta go there.
How much can I beg for? With
Yeah.
This one? Yeah.
How should you beg for it?
Hey, what's up play by play?
I definitely have. For me, I think they see me and they know they have to tell a story.
Really?
Yeah, because
Oh,
I get the storytellers. I don't get.
I be getting the storytellers.
I don't
too,
get
man.
just
We're
like.
gonna have to convince this one.
Yeah, for sure. I definitely get
It's a whole pitch.
Once upon a time, there was a boy.
I don't get the whole just you got spare change and then they keep it pushing.
Yeah, it's just the
The
stories.
niggas, they walk up and stop.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'd be like, get the fuck away from me, please. Like,
What stories did they give you? Like the stories about like they're here from another town, or they just they're living in a hotel, or just living somewhere, or
it could be anything.
something like that?
Or I either get the storytellers. Most of the storytellers,
So we
it
getting
ends
that.
with they just got out of jail.
Oh, okay,
Or something
okay,
like that.
okay,
And they
okay.
literally they
Yeah.
just got released.
Just lost everything.
But and then maybe they're not as much storytellers. I get people trying to like spark random conversation with me first.
And then that's
and
weird.
then
Yeah,
transition
yeah.
into it. So
Really?
like especially if I'm at like a bar. So like I'll be at like a bar or whatever and watching this. You know, this is a sports bar, so they got the TVs and shit. And I'm outside like
You almost said the name.
yeah, I did. I'm outside.
See me there?
I'm outside like smoking and watching it through the screen, and then it's so they trying to have that conversation like. Yeah, this is a close game, and I'm like, nigga, fuck away from me. Like,
He has no beer. He has,
Their arm around him.
yeah, like
no drink, no food.
Bro, I'm barely having random conversation. I'm not even having this conversation with the person that came out the same building as me
That's
right
hilarious.
now. Like, I'm not about to have this conversation with somebody walking by.
That's funny as fuck.
And if I did, it'd be the nigga that came out the restaurant with me.
Yeah.
Like, at least we're
That's
on the
crazy.
same time. We were both inside, and now we're outside smoking and continue to watch. Like,
That's crazy. Because I thought you were going to sob story. Because I always get a sob story route. They
no,
always
and
go
I
to
don't
sob
always
story
get a sob story. They always just tell me the position they're in.
Okay. Nah.
Either that or try to just like spark random convo. Like when we was outside of the poorhouse for the show last week for Nance and Pat's show, somebody was like, they walked by, a homeless dude walked by and was like, man, that sounds good. Who's in there performing tonight? I was like,
You already knew just from that question.
yeah, like nigga,
You running a
the
long game
poster's
over?
right. The poster's
Yeah,
right there.
the
bro.
poster's right there.
Like shit like that.
People in general are just bold today. Because I be having random people do shit like, I was going to a gas station. I was going to a Sheetz. And I'm walking in the Sheetz in my work outfit. Some random nigga like dressed in, I don't know what, he was just like oversized 2000s gear.
Did
You
he?
know what I'm saying?
Oh, just an old school nigga, or
Just
was he homeless?
He wasn't homeless because he got into a car afterwards, opened the joint.
Okay.
But he looked like he was off some shit because he just walked by me and like as I'm walking by, he stopped. He was like, "Hey, yo, go buy me a beer real quick."
Oh, what the fuck?
It's like, nigga, what?
What the
It's
fuck?
like, nigga,
like,
okay,
that's-
nigga,
that is
keep
bold.
the fuck.
Yeah.
I was like,
Whoa,
what? Who
whoa.
is this nigga?
I
And
know
he was,
you?
and when I said no and looked at him crazy, he was like, all right, and then just walked off. And then like I
That shit
walk
probably
in-
works for people too.
That's
why
crazy.
Yeah, some people.
they just do it.
Bro,
And
it's
he's
like, okay.
all right,
It was
whatever.
crazy,
Yeah.
bro. I walked inside and I looked to the right. I see this nigga stepping into like an Acura. I'm like, what is happening right now?
What did I just
What the
experience?
fuck just happened?
Wait, were
bro?
all of his like possessions in this Acura?
I don't know. I don't know.
That
but
is a good point.
That's a good
I'm
question.
like-
Yeah, that could be the case.
Nigga, the back seat could be full of clothes. He just got a car that still
That
runs.
shit was insane. I'm like, niggas are just bold in general, bro. It's crazy now.
Because you know, like being homeless with a car is actually a really common
thing.
scenario.
Yeah. That's
and
the
it's a
thing.
luxury
It kind of
because
is.
when
Yes.
you lose the car,
It's up. It's up.
You are now
at least you can sleep. Like at least
yeah.
having the option of sleeping in a car in a shelter that's rainproof. We all
Yeah.
know
you're
is
kind
rain.
of all right. If
Kinda
you're
weatherproof
Kind
a
of all
little
right.
bit,
You
yeah.
don't want to do that shit for. You don't want to do
No,
it.
no.
But it's better than trying to find an underpass or. It's there's a lot of worse things
Yeah.
No, for sure.
than having
Because
that.
if you have that, if you can make some sort of income and you have that, and let's say it's not a car note, you can build your way back.
You can build
You
your
know what
way
I'm
back.
saying? You
sleeping
can
in your
build
car.
your way back.
I used to
Low
work with a
key.
dude that was living in his car for sure.
Yeah.
Some people do that. Like, you know, I've known
Yeah.
people who did that. They're going to LA and maybe they lived in their car for, a month or so, and then then eventually saved up enough money to get a
To do it,
place.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah, have
for
you
sure.
seen those videos of people who they just do that? They live in their cars and
by
they-
choice.
Yeah,
By choice.
Like
Yeah.
that's their lifestyle.
That's their life,
Yeah.
and they have like
Nomads. Or,
they have especially it's so interesting.
I think it's-
like
yeah.
they're nomads,
Sure,
and
pretty
it's
much.
so interesting how and there's like clubs. So there's like Toyota nomads.
Oh shit.
There's people who like
Damn, by
convert.
labels?
Yeah, they're definitely subgroups to them
Yeah.
as well too, because I watched one where the guy was like, their whole thing was he's a nomad and he's doing it all out of Toyota Camry or a Toyota Corolla or a Honda Civic this year type shit. And there's other people, and then they have like these groups, and they're all using the internet, of course, still, because they're using phone. People, nomads are still using modern technology.
Right.
But they
the new nomad.
Yeah, the new nomad. It's just interesting how they have all their cars set up. So like, they have like devices, the way they have everything they possibly need, the way that they've like strategized, like they always shower at gyms.
Yeah.
You get a Planet Fitness membership, and now that's your shower daily. And you go to the gym, and you go in there with your shit. And get a full on hot, clean, good shower, shave, all that.
Depending on what gym, if you go to Gold's Gym or whatever, they give you free pizza once a month.
Exactly. Yeah, you might eat there. Yeah, that's the biggest thing with the. That's when I was like, oh, this is really feasible. Like the whole living in the car thing.
That's different from being like a hobo to me.
It's very different.
That's very different.
Yeah.
I grew up with somebody who became a hobo.
Oh shit.
Yeah, train hopper, whatever they call them.
Okay. Yeah.
You can do that still?
Oh yeah, you could do it still.
I would say trains are so unprotected, like so unguarded.
Yeah,
Nobody cares about trains.
But you just walk on a train.
A dude that I went to, shout out to Max. I grew up with him, elementary, middle, and high school. He became one for a time period. He's not no more. He's back in our hometown, got a job, and just like live regular life. But there was a time period when he was just like traveling. He was hitchhiking in trains.
Oh shit!
That was his method of transportation. Yep.
Wow.
And he had a dog. He had a dog and everything during this time period. Yeah, he was like legit. And I remember there was 2 times he was coming through North Carolina, and he was like, the train is coming through Raleigh. Or he's like, my train is, I'm going through Greensboro right now. Are you here or something like that? And I was never able to meet him, but he was like, I'll let you know next time that I'm on a train that comes through Raleigh or something like that.
Yeah,
damn, that's crazy.
Yeah, and I was gonna meet him, and he was like, I'm good. Like
that proves that like
you can stay with me, dog.
A lot of these ways of lifestyle are technically kind of feasible. It's just searching for the way to make it happen. Is like these people have like strategic plans, routes, methods, like, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, for sure.
The nomad in Raleigh knows all the places to get breakfast for the right cost. Like, you know what I'm saying? All the places to go and do this, like.
They know how much money they're going to make on an average.
On an average, and what they're going to do. Like, they got it to a science. Like, the good ones at least. The good ones at least. They probably got a spreadsheet that's better than most niggas.
No, I feel you.
And and they're on the internet. So it's like they're picking up day jobs off Craigslist and Facebook Marketplace and they're working, they're just off the books.
That's just crazy.
Yeah, so that's like literally just off the grid.
Like that.
It's just off the grid,
kind of, because
you're still using your phone and the internet.
Yeah, but I think like it's feasible, and I think for them they're just doing it by choice. I believe
it's by choice. Yeah, it's by choice.
Yeah, but I think for the rest of us, it's not that we can't do it. It's just that we won't do it unless push comes to shove, and we have no choice.
Sure. Yeah.
But if we have no choice,
we're not being drawn there. We're not being drawn to do it. Like, I need to do this for the next year of my life.
The allure.
I mean, at least that's comforting. Be like, okay, well, if I lose it all, I don't have to be like a hobo on the street doing drugs and shit. I could just be a nomad.
Yeah, and as long as you got a car and a cell phone,
I still have my car and my
you
cell
can
phone,
get it done, man.
Yeah.
And then you might
keep
pick
yourself
up
afloat.
You might pick up a pet while you out there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy, but they stay having dogs.
Yeah, they always have dogs. Yeah.
But that is the thing that's weird with some jobs. That's why you have to do odd jobs, because like most jobs need an address, like a physical address.
Well, yeah, like if you pick up those day jobs and shit like that off of Craigslist, they'll just pay you cash. And there are still places where like farming, they'll let you live there. They have you work our farm for the next 2 months. We'll feed you and house you.
Yeah, we got a studio apartment above the garage or wherever in the barn.
Yeah, or we have like a fucking barn with 7 cots in it.
Yeah,
you can stay there for free, shower every day, have 3 hot meals a day, and just work the farm for 8 to 10 hours a day.
And that's the thing, right? It's just like when it really comes down to it, it's like all we need is food.
Yeah,
that's
a fact.
To keep going.
Dude,
that's it, bro.
Everything else is just access.
Labor.
It's a fact.
Yeah, we love.
As long as you can get food, you'll be all right.
Yeah, you're good.
That's true.
And you'd be surprised what you can beg for. And like also like
we end up doing the same shit.
Oh no, that's true. You'd be surprised what people will give you.
You'd be surprised what you can beg for.
Man, that game is great, huh?
You go to a nice part of town, you know?
Especially if you're maintaining a certain cleanliness too.
Yeah.
True.
It opens up how many people
will speak to you.
You can you can even speak to.
Yeah.
Wash up good at the gym.
I told you about that on the cast. I'll tell you that time that dude tricked me into getting him like a whole meal at the Morgan food hall and shit, Morgan Street.
For real? Oh, you did something about it.
And it was like a $17 meal too, yo. He was like, I just want a burger. $17 burger, yo.
Yo, I just ate at the food hall last week, bro, at Transfer Cove. Yeah. Nigga, my meal was $27. I couldn't drink a bottle of water, a burger, and fries.
Yeah, Oak City. Oak City's out of control. I was there Friday.
Which one is Oak City?
Oak City Fish and Chips.
Oh yeah. The fish and chips
I went
there,
to. I was at Transfer. You're talking about Morgan.
Yeah, he's talking
Morgan
about
Street Food Hall.
Yeah, I was at Transfer Cove. That one's over off of.
It's in Raleigh too, though.
Davie.
That one's nice. Yeah,
that one's off Davie.
Yeah,
but yeah, nigga, I was like the burger 14. Of course, everything's a la carte. There's no combos.
Yeah,
like you're paying for you're paying for every single item. That is the only downside of food halls is they're always like that kind of unless it's a really big food hall. I went to a food hall in L.A. with Sean and his fiance's cousin. I can't remember what her name is, but we're like walking all downtown or whatever. We went to this big ass food hall, and it was so big. It was like it felt like food hall like fish market vibes. You know, there was no fish.
Yeah,
it was like it was
like that.
That's the vibe that it felt like. You know, because because not only was there like the hippie burger place, but it was also like a Chinese person with just like piles of fucking fried rice, white rice, like just nigga, I'll scoop this shit into a cup. Yeah. I give you a combo for $11. You know, like they still had those locations in there.
Yeah.
But the food halls in Raleigh, they're still upper class.
Yeah.
The food halls, they're still on their upper class shit where everything is artsy. It's all a vibe.
Yeah.
You know, you're going there for that environment of being in the food hall.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So it's not about
they mark it up a little bit. Yeah.
The food be good, but
some of the food is good. But the prices be outrageous on a lot of the spots.
It's all outrageous. It's all outrageous. Yeah. You're gonna spend for a meal.
There's been a couple spots.
Main dish side and drink. 25 minimum.
It's I was gonna say
probably 30, but
depending on the place you go though, because I went to a Greek spot and spent something not that much. Like
but then also how much food did you get?
I mean, I got like €1 and like something else, so I didn't go crazy. You know what I'm saying? But I was like, I think I spent like $13, which is still some.
But that you didn't get a side or a
14.
drink.
No, I got like water. I didn't get a drink.
Okay,
but you didn't get like a side either.
I got fries, I think.
Them fries would have been $6.75.
Yeah, nigga, you'd have passed $13. No way you had fries.
But yeah, like
fries are $5, nigga.
Yeah, like the fish spot, the fucking all those spots that over in that section be crazy expensive. Like,
and
like $30 low-key.
Yeah.
Ice cream spots where the fucking ice cream is
$15
for your one shit.
Expensive, bro. They be taxing. That's a fact. That's
gelato.
A fact.
I'm not rich enough for it.
They be taxing,
bro. But that's the thing too. It's like that's that inner city lifestyle. But I'm just not, or maybe I just don't make enough money for it.
That's the thing.
I love that shit though. I do enjoy it, right? Like when we were in New York, going to LA, like living that city life where it's like, yeah, we do go to food halls, we go to coffee shops in the town. You know, they're city metropolitan. I can walk there and things like that. Vibe is dope, but it is an expensive, just like day-to-day lifestyle.
It's a money pit.
It's a money pit, bro.
Yeah.
And it's like, but it's dope doing like if you're making enough money where you can move like that. And that's built in to where you can spend $1,000 eating out every month, and it literally doesn't hurt your bottom line because you're gonna spend $1,000.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like eating out every day.
You can spend $150 in one day, no problem. Yeah.
Easy,
and not even eating like fancy foods. That's just crazy.
$30 a day.
Yeah. No, well,
$30 a day.
And it depends on like how many meals you're eating.
Yeah, if you're doing 3 meals.
Three.
Yeah, if you're doing 3 meals, you're easily doing 60 a day. You know, 50 to 60.
That's the crazy, scary part about it. It's like, I'll be damned if I get priced out of my own city, but hey, it's starting to go that way.
It happens, man.
Niggas, it's going up.
Look, I am scared. I am scared.
Of what Raleigh's turning into, right?
Or just with inflation, just keep like nonstop, just keep going up.
Yeah.
I'm just kind of scared to see like in 10 to 20 years, like what is the price of anything going to be?
Especially what we'll feel comfortable with.
Right.
And on top of that, see, this is what I wonder. I wonder if Raleigh ever gets up to New York City and LA prices. Are LA prices going to go up? Or what if,
yes, I think so.
Or what if you think it'll keep going up?
Yeah.
I think it might shorten to be like this.
Really?
I think they'll all go up, but I think Raleigh's going to just like get closer.
Yeah.
So like right now we're here, they're there. Like Raleigh's at 50% inflation, they're at 100. I think we'll only have like a 30% or to 20% gap between us.
Like gap between it.
Yeah, I think the gap will become closer as everything goes up.
I see what you're saying.
Oh yeah.
So because that's how they want Raleigh to be. They want Raleigh to be
a new media capital.
Once once all the tech companies and stuff settle in and all that, we might compete. We
Yeah,
might
when the
compete.
average person is making 90,000 a year,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
like the tech company has hired like 40,000 or 20,000 employees, or 10,000, 40,000,
Yeah.
crazy.
It's
just
kind of
say,
shitty because
like 5 to 10,000 employees all making 90,000. That's a lot for a city.
Well, that depends if, you know, whatever generation is prominent, you know, like I'm hearing more and more, like a lot of people don't want to work.
Niggas don't want to work.
in general.
Like, yeah, I saw a poll that said like people were like, it was like younger people, maybe
Yeah.
like 16 and below. I
Yeah,
guess.
yeah. Content creator.
Like, what do you want to be? Like, what are you aspiring to
Content
do?
creator
And all
for
this.
sure.
Yeah, content creator is number one.
Yeah.
Yep.
And like doctor and police were like at the bottom.
Bro, I remember growing
Sounds
up,
like a
I
lot of
wanted to
work.
be a firefighter, a doctor, and a police officer.
I can't even.
I went through all those phases.
Yeah.
I went through them all.
I don't even know when I was a kid. I don't even
Remember?
I don't even think I wanted to be anything. Like I
Really?
never thought of that. Like I never thought past like graduation and shit.
Oh no, I'm talking about when I was like a kid. So like
Yeah,
when I
I'm
was a
trying to
kid,
remember.
like playing.
I know you're talking about like 5,
Like
6.
yeah, like I took.
I wanna be a
I took being the doctor serious.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
took being the police officer serious. Like
I took that firefighter shit serious. I took,
all that. There
all
was
that
a
shit.
moment when I was like, yeah, I'll do that when I grow up. Like I thought it was cool. You know
I
what
did
I'm
have
saying?
like
That's
I
a
had
great
that Usher
career.
moment too though, where Usher was killing the game, and I was like,
Yeah,
I want to be
there's
like that. Like,
all those
yeah.
moments. But I feel like, but that's not even flashing across a kid's head.
No,
Yeah,
not
like
today.
now, right?
Being a doctor, a police officer, or whatever.
They're gonna be
none
like
of that
Mr.
shit.
Beast.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
it.
that's
Content
it.
creator's number
Yeah, it's
one.
gonna be-
What's
I
that?
want to be. I want to be Kai. I
More
want to be
critical.
a streamer. I want to be whatever.
What's
yeah.
that kid that does the toy reviews? Ryan or something like that?
Oh,
Or used to?
Ryan's toy reviews.
Yeah.
Let's see where he's at.
Yeah, I don't know what's going
How
on.
Ryan's like 18 now, right?
Ryan, at under the age of 10 years old, set up a foundation for his. He set up generational wealth before the age of 12, bro.
Wait, is that Ryan in the second photo on the like right there?
Yeah, I
looks
wonder how
older there.
Oh yeah, I mean he's been going for like.
yeah.
My nephew was watching Ryan's toy reviews when he first moved to my house.
That's right.
I'm not
in
gonna lie,
20
Ryan's
in
looking too old.
2015. So Ryan's been going at least 8 years, and I think maybe a little bit longer than that.
How many subscribe?
Ryan's looking aged
36
out,
million subscribers.
Yeah, Ryan is definitely
He's
aged
getting
out.
up there now.
Yeah. I feel like they try to shave that mustache down just so you know make it less obvious. But
See, Google how old he is. Yeah, and there's 3 kids now. Like
saying,
it's
Ryan's
he was the only one when this first got when they first got
Yeah.
cracking. Yeah,
they just keep having kids.
Yeah.
What's his full
We
name?
need more
I
investments.
have no idea. You got to do how old is time.
Ryan is into women now.
Oh, yeah,
he's not
Ryan's
into
world.
kids. He's not into toys anymore.
But he
he's
just has to keep
12.
it.
Right.
He's only 12. He's not even in high school yet.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's still that's
YouTube
like 6th
channel.
So
grade.
he was super young when he started. Then must.
Oh
be.
yeah. At least 8 years. Like I said, my nephew was in my house when he was watching. That was my nephew was 3 in 2015. So yeah, 9 years ago.
He was born in
Yeah.
2011.
At least.
That's something
arrested?
different.
Oh, okay.
No,
Yeah. I was like, wait, he got arrested.
It said his
Stealing
mom. It said his
toys.
mom was arrested shoplifting in
Stealing
2002. That
toys.
might have been true at some
Yeah.
point, but that's before his time. So
They ain't got,
Yeah, that's before.
they ain't got to shoplift no more.
Yeah.
Before she figured it out.
She was like, they gonna come out a documentary like I used to steal
You
those
think,
toys.
I wonder. You think Ryan will go crazy? He's gonna be the next one we're looking at to go crazy.
I mean,
Like
everybody's just
Ryan
scared.
at 18, because Ryan has. Did you look up his net worth?
no, I didn't.
Yeah, like he has tens of millions of dollars. So when he actually becomes an adult, he's not coming into just a couple million, like less than 5 million. He's got to have more than 20 million.
He says he has a net worth of over 100 million.
That's what I'm saying. He's
100
not. He's not walking into. Even 20 million would be crazy for him at 18 to walk into. He's walking. He's over 100 million
That's
right
insane.
Yeah, 10 richest YouTubers.
Wait,
He's
so
one of the 10.
he just like he unboxes toys or something?
now. Oh no, it's way above.
Yeah, he's
past
one of the
that,
10
Yeah, I'm
richest,
like,
I
I don't
think, that they say. This is from 2023. This thing
Okay.
here. Yeah, estimated net worth 100 million.
Yeah, that's
Yep.
crazy.
Number 6.
Why do I feel like English is definitely not his first language? And it's like, is it?
Oh,
is
it definitely is.
Yeah, I'm like, it is okay. So it's
Yeah,
like
he's
an American
American,
family.
for sure.
Oh, okay, I feel like this is like some like Thai family or something.
No.
I've never seen this kid. But I mean, obviously, I guess that makes sense. But
But that's how YouTube.
That's
is.
the thing
I
about
mean,
YouTube. Yeah, you can never see somebody and they could be the biggest millionaire under your nose.
Right, and have hundreds of millions of
It's
followers.
so
you know?
odd. You know?
Nigga,
It's
what
so
if
odd.
Ryan grows up and turns into like a Drake and Logan Paul?
True.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
We'll be
Like,
40. I mean, well, I am 40. We'll be
Yeah.
like 50 and shit. And
yeah,
like
50, 60 years old.
and he's like in 20 something.
and he's doing celebrity botking, fully tatted up,
That
smoke
could be-
cigarettes.
Shit. I mean, it happens.
Has a hard seltzer.
I mean, the nigga has
Like,
to grow
you know
up.
what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
he's got to go to college.
He's got to grow up.
But see, but I don't know, man. Yeah, like with him.
And then his sisters. Nigga, it's like.
It can go crazy.
We
Yeah, it
haven't
can go
even seen
anywhere.
him grow up yet. That
Nope.
shit would be crazy, dog.
Like it all makes sense though. Like when you think about like latter Gen Z and Gen Alpha aspiring to be influencers, it kind of just makes sense because that's their like what we grew up on with like
Yeah.
actors and
Rappers and
rappers and musicians and all that stuff. That's what we aspire to because that's
yeah,
what
that
we
was
had.
But I think it's
or sports people.
Yeah,
or
I think it's a
whatever.
bigger like inflated amount of it though because of how in front of your face it is. You
The
know what I mean?
accessibility of it is high.
Accessibility, like the internet and social media has made it that to grow up in this age. Like, remember, we might aspire to those things, but we thought it was a lot harder than it looks today. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And like you said, this kid did that at 7 years old or whatever. Didn't you say like that little kid was?
And
so
it took
good?
nothing.
Yeah.
You know,
It
so
looks,
like you can,
it looks easy today.
Hopefully he has like the Keenan Thompson and
That kind of trajectory.
and Steve from Blue's Clues, where it's like they never got caught up doing no wild
oh,
shit.
you have a moment of reckoning,
or just
whatever.
having no like even Keenan Thompson, he hasn't even had no like
Scandal and then.
No, he
yeah,
hasn't.
like I don't even remember, like he never caught a DUI or
Yeah, he's been.
there was a, you know what I'm saying? He doesn't have no crazy moments. He's Nick Cannon, you know, just
Yeah.
clean child to
Oh, one of the lucky
It's a
ones.
responsible adult who's doing.
Yeah,
it.
one of the lucky ones.
There's not that many of them.
Yeah.
It's a very small list. Nickelodeon just exposed that half of them,
Yeah.
half the ones that we might have thought were okay were not okay.
And we haven't even gotten on Disney Channel yet.
Exactly. Yeah.
I mean, I guess we could almost say that. Okay, like you said, for Nick Cannon, I could have been watching like Kid Nick Cannon on Nickelodeon and been like, wouldn't it be crazy if one day he had a harem of wives having babies for him?
But he
Yeah,
don't.
but
It's not nasty.
He's
I
done.
mean, it's not nasty, but like, who would have thunk it? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
I wouldn't have
feels
thought
like-
that, but he's also done. It would look worse if he was a rapper. If he
yeah,
was like a good
respected
rapper, like a
Right.
respected rapper,
Right.
and then he did that, that would look worse.
That would also be.
But because he's done so well in business and
He's
is
like-
like,
Yeah.
he's so mature, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
That
Because the words
Yeah.
the words you just used painted that shit out as nasty.
it sounded bad. I mean, he does have a harem though. Let's
but
keep it
we
real.
can
has
just
a
say he
harem.
has a harem.
guess.
He's got a harem of wives and a shit ton of kids. And it's
It is what it is.
if you
It's
just look at it objectively
true.
like that, you're like, what the fuck is going on over
he's
there?
a single man. He's allowed to do that.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
like I'm not.
polygamy,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. I'm like, and like I said, he's not marrying them. So wives, I agree.
Oh,
Wives is
okay.
like definitely. I'm painting a picture with saying wives. 'cause
Oh
they're
yeah,
just
he's
girlfriends.
definitely not. Yeah, they're
Or-
not
or they're-
married to any of them.
yeah, they're just
The
women.
only person he married was Mariah Carey.
Right.
That was his
Yeah.
only wife.
And they are now divorced officially. So
They've been divorced. That's
been
been
divorced.
over.
For a
yeah,
while,
So,
yeah.
like, so he's a single man. Yeah.
Yeah.
He has no connections there.
I don't know why. I guess I didn't. I mean, I don't know. When you look at it plainly, he does. It's kind of wild, but it's like,
Bro, he has on top of all the business, they got like 11 kids.
yeah.
And they're all like the same age.
They're all
Yeah.
We're all at the same time.
Several of those women were pregnant at the same exact time.
Sheesh.
For sure.
Like 3 pregnancies at once.
So he was
sure.
fucking 11 times in one day.
That is gonna be crazy to be part of the Nick Cannon army of kids. And like I said, you're all 2 years apart.
And what is that
Oh,
gonna
man.
look like?
What's
20
his
years
funeral
from now?
gonna look like? Oh, I don't know.
Fighting for dad's attention.
Or like, what are they gonna aspire to be? What are they gonna do?
Or
You know?
what? Or
Like-
what? Like his
That
will.
might get a little
Oh, you're
weird.
talking about his kids?
Yeah. I was just
Yeah.
saying, in 20 years, we might be talking about his kids doing shit.
But it don't bother me as much just because we need more smart people having a bunch of kids.
That's true.
Because these
That's true.
dumbass niggas,
They
they're-
have the most.
They're baby making factories, man.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
like having
Yeah.
having babies is sports to them. And the some of the smart, I'm not gonna say Nick Cannon is one of the smartest people in our life, but he's definitely not one of the dumbest people.
Like,
That's what-
he's
successful.
doing this with intention.
yeah, there's a base level of intelligence that we can all
It's
see
not just
Nick
whoops,
Cannon has.
whoops,
yeah.
whoops.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's probably a good father, giving back as much as he can.
Yeah.
Based on what he can do.
Based on
Yeah.
what he can do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out to Nick,
Probably.
shout out to Nick Cannon and the ones who survived like childhood fame and shit.
True.
Hey, shout out to Drew Barrymore because her story is fucking crazy too.
Yeah,
She has a fucked up story?
It got weird for her. Yeah, it
around
got weird.
ET and shit when she was a kid, like her parents were druggies and would have her in like Studio 54 and shit. Like when
I've
all
heard
these
a lot
adults
about
doing
that,
that.
yeah.
Yeah, she got into sexual stuff at a young age and drugs and all that shit. And
Isn't she like second generation Hollywood? Isn't she like the product of Hollywood people or something?
There's so
Probably.
Many, there's so
I mean-
many of that. It's hard to even keep up
Yeah,
at
I'm
this
like,
point.
yeah. But she's
And
been
there's
in the
so
industry
many.
too
I
long.
remember, like you'll see those articles on Facebook, all the nepotism cases in Hollywood that you
Yeah.
didn't know existed. And
Oh
you're
yeah,
like,
she was a nepo baby.
you're
too.
like, what the fuck? Like,
Yeah.
It's
no
yeah, she-
idea this was related. And then sometimes when you see them, you're like, damn, they do look like them.
Yeah,
you
you're
know
like,
what I'm saying?
oh,
Like,
yeah, yeah.
You're like, oh, that's definitely his son. That's definitely his daughter. Like,
a lot
Yeah.
of that is actually like I've been spotting, like watching
Yeah.
like content on Hulu or Amazon, and I'm just like, I think in one of the latest Scream movies, the latest two. What am I saying? The latest two is a Cuba Gooding Jr.'s son.
Yeah.
Oh, he's acting now?
Yeah.
Yeah, and he kind of looks like him.
for real?
Yeah.
Can you look up Cuba Gooding Jr.'s son?
Look up a Scream 5 cast. Scream 5 cast.
Cuba Gooding Jr. the second.
It's something.
The third.
There he is at the end. Mason Gooding.
He does kind of look like him.
Yeah.
He's got that ambiguous too, though, where like
Yeah.
you wouldn't be able to tell his dad is black off. Like if
So his mom's white, I'm guessing.
I don't know. I have no idea who his wife is. Because I mean, Cuba Gooding
the nigga
Jr.
look like
was,
he could be like
Klay
he look like
Thompson?
he looks like he can be European low key.
yeah.
He could just be like
Little bit.
Spanish.
Like what's Ime Ubaka? Not Ubaka. What's the nigga that
Not
plays on
Portuguese.
what's the nigga that plays on the Celtics?
Jason Tatum.
Not him. The African nigga from the Celtics. Isn't one of them African? And now
Like
his brother
Northern
is
African?
has a podcast?
You talking about Giannis?
Giannis.
Oh, you talking about Giannis?
Yeah,
That's
where's
on
he
the
from?
Bucks. They're on the Bucks.
Oh, he's on the bus. Where is he
Yeah.
from? He's not from America either.
No,
right?
no. He's from Africa, I believe.
South
Or
Africa.
I believe it's Africa. Oh
Mediterranean.
yeah, no, he's from Mediterranean. My
He's
fault. My
Greek.
fault.
He's
He's Greek.
Greek.
He's
This
Greek.
nigga,
That's Greek.
yeah,
looks like.
this
Yeah,
nigga
it's
looks
Greek. Yeah,
Mediterranean.
it's Greek. Yeah.
Like he
Okay.
could pass for
My
that
fault.
too.
Yeah, he's Greek.
Yeah.
I could see that.
Yeah, because I didn't know until like they mentioned that his last name. I was like,
Shit,
wait, really?
nigga Wonder looks Mediterranean.
He does.
Wonder?
He does.
Oh
Absolutely.
yeah.
That nigga look
Absolutely.
like, especially once
Yeah.
he gets to this nigga gets tan as hell.
Yeah.
Like he looks like he could speak Greek or Italian.
Like
I'm
an
telling you.
Italian.
That's a
Like,
fact. Big
he
time
does
fact.
not look American at all.
Yeah,
Big time fact.
Yeah.
I could see that. Spicy white people.
Yeah.
Chill out.
That's what they call them. Yeah, that's what they call them. Like the ones that are like either mixed with something a little.
Right.
Just can't tell.
Olive
Spicy
Spicy
skin.
white. And you can't tell? Yeah, it's spicy white.
You're just spicy white.
I think we'll just skip right out this week just because there's only 2 songs we need to be focused on right now.
Which
We need
one?
to be focused on what's happening with this Kendrick Drake. and-
How
okay.
this
So
unfold.
we'll just keep it clear. There's nothing. Just y'all
Yeah.
listen to Might Delete Later
Yeah.
EP. You know what I'm saying? Let us know how you feel about it in the comments as well. And then J. Cole.
Oh yeah. we'll
Depending
see
on what happens tonight.
Yeah.
Depending
I'll
on what
watch that
happens
stream.
tonight.
Yeah.
Okay, now this is kind of fucked up. Yesterday I was watching the stream all day. They didn't do the headliners last night. I didn't know that.
Wait, it just cuts out when the headliners come on?
The broadcast is over when the last person before the headliners goes up. 50 Cent was not live streamed or SZA.
Oh.
So I'm assuming it's gonna be like that again tonight. But I thought when I was like in the crowd the last couple of years during Dreamville, and he was like, "We're being broadcasted on Amazon." Like Cole said that.
Thought it was the whole thing.
I thought I'd see the headliners too, but last night on Amazon they cut that shit.
No, they definitely broadcast the headliners last year.
The previous years, right?
years,
yeah, they did not do SZA or 50 Cent. So I don't know if SZA and 50 Cent kind of have something. I know
Going
50 Cent. I think he wrapped up his world tour as well. So he did, right? But you know what? He might be selling the DVD, so maybe that's why he didn't want it out. And maybe I don't know. Maybe I'm just saying. Maybe they have something in place to where they're like, "Look, we're trying to sell this performance
Yeah.
on a
Putting out
DVD."
physical media.
Yeah, but I don't fucking know, bro. But
Selling
they
from the
didn't.
trunk.
They did not do it last night. But that's the first thing I'm about to check when we get out of this
Oh, yeah.
podcast.
Yeah.
To see when the schedule comes up, if it pops up, if they have them on the schedule. Because
Yeah.
if not, then I guess I won't, or I might have to hack something. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'll figure it out.
Or if you went to Dreamville, leave a comment of how it went. If you
For
enjoyed
sure.
it and shit. If it was lit.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, make sure y'all like, comment, share, subscribe, everything to 3 Oak Podcast. And we will see y'all next week.
All right, peace.
Peace.